Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons Crusaders. Last time they had brought back Sargon to Baron Monver, and Baron Monver had called the Inquisition on Wendelgar for being a disgusting heretic. Wendy, yes, it's very unjust. Hashtag free Wendy. But Wendy has been taken away by the Inquisition, and the party remains with Baron Monver, who, after Sargon and Wendy have been taken away, turns to the party and says, I don't like the Inquisition, but sometimes one must follow their conscience in times like these. And he sits down and offers you a mug of ale.
Oh, yes, indeed. One's conscience. Your words have struck deep, my lord.
He says, he's always been a very religious man, very, very religious, and, you can't allow this kind of degeneracy to simply be allowed to profligate. So,
degeneracy indeed. Now, those are profound words, my lord. Truly. I might even have reconsidered some other things upon hearing those words.
Go on.
Well, my lord, I take him a little bit away. I'll try and shy him away from the rest of the party. A little bit conspiratorially.
Okay.
I suspect there might be more heresy afoot. With the recent apprehension of the heretic and the despicable Wendy creature, I think I might have witnessed other heretical actions. Would you recommend I take this up with the Inquisition, my lord?
He gulps his beer nervously and says, I really don't want to know anything about it. If you know anything about that, they are definitely the people to talk to. Just don't do it around here.
Okay, then. So, Devo, Uzulu, what do you say? Is plan Inquisition a go?
Unfortunately, I don't have a character to respond to you with, but I think you know my answer anyway.
I think so. Devo, how are you on this?
I mean, my character wouldn't want to unjustly throw anybody under the bus.
Don't look at it as somebody being thrown under the bus. Look at it as a bus hitting somebody by intentional accident.
Look at it as them deliberately throwing themselves under the bus.
Yes, that's a better way of putting it, Sargon.
It's not like someone else is driving the bus and we're throwing you under it. We're driving.
And they're not even standing on the road,
Yeah, there's no throwing involved.
Yeah,
You're tied down.
It's just a bus of peace, man.
Oh, that is a good one. Okay. Operation Truck of Peace.
I have to ask, out of character, are we trying to do the same thing to V? Like, I don't know what's going on exactly.
No.
Wants me to reroll, which is fine. But I don't.
I don't think you should re-roll your character, V. I think your character's excellent.
I actually agree with that. Yeah.
If he gets me killed, I'll have to reroll. But
well, if you play your card right, you won't die. But I feel, and several people have told me that I should give you a small taste of your own medicine.
Play your games. I'll play along.
I mean, V, I think you have a fair chance to win this one. You can probably show.
I have more charisma than he does. So if he wants to fuck with the Inquisition, the religious zealots, to get another religious zealot in trouble, might backfire on him, and it will be funny.
So you've got a few points higher for your roll that's almost entirely chance.
I also have a spell that makes me have an advantage on charisma checks, which I will cast right away.
That's good. Okay, so V glistens with magic in the Baron's tent right after I dragged him away and said I might know of other heretics.
I haven't cast it yet, Arch.
You just said you cast it right now.
Did you see me roll or click anything? Caveat pit, this is out of character discussion.
Okay, fine.
Right. Well, what are you guys actually doing? Are you just going to sit and have a chat with the Baron because he seems to be up for it?
No, I think we're going to go to Inquisitor No-Nos, actually.
Right, okay.
I'm gonna stay with the Baron. I'm just gonna be neutral in this scenario, I think.
Holy
I'm
fuck.
staying with
Why?
Well,
Why are you splitting the party?
I guess I would go back to the church.
Okay, well, while you guys are deliberating, Lady Mary of Ashton enters the tent.
Oh,
And
right, I forgot
demands-
about her.
Yes, and demands that the Baron, when I actually select the right goddamn tool, demands that the Baron arrange for an escort to take her back to her husband.
The man.
Yes, she's a lady. She gets to demand things like this.
From her patent.
The Baron says that he doesn't have anyone free at the moment, and he turns to you, Arch, and says, would you and your team be able to escort the lady home?
Oh, I'm sure we could come up with something.
Is that yes or no?
Well, what do you guys say? I say probably.
It's up to you.
Okay. We'll escort her home, but we'll need a day or two to do preparations.
Sounds good.
She doesn't need to go fast. She just wants to be escorted across the camp. But,
So we're not going out on a journey. She just wants us to help her walk across the lawn.
basically, but remember there are thousands of soldiers around and lots of them
Thousands
drink.
of rapists, you mean?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So, a lady doesn't go walking around in an armed camp on her own.
Sargon. Hashtag not all men.
That's true. It's not all of them that are going to rape her, but she's still not convinced that some of them aren't Muslims. So
it's probably a good idea. Yes, of course we'll escort her. And I just have a small errand to take care of, and then we can leave.
Okay, what's your
Is
errand?
Milady brown?
No, she's actually not.
She's a proper lady. I mean, come on, she's not brown. Jesus.
Proper ladies are not brown.
Proper ladies are not brown. This is truth.
I've got some early artwork here. I'm just going to show it off real quick. Here's a comic strip.
Well, that's funny, Ritualist, because you drew him with a sword.
This one was
There, my son.
This first one is by a guy named Kubus SC7. The second one, though, is by Ritualists. Death is the sentence.
Honestly, the best thing for me is just all crusades are just. That is just the best fucking quote ever. Right.
And the Inquisition said that Wendy wasn't pious enough.
Yes. But yeah, exactly. But she wants to be returned to her husband, Duke Locian, who is part of another crusading faction, and she wants to be escorted there immediately, good sir.
Duke Locian, eh?
Let's do it. I'll escort her if you guys don't want.
Trying to throw sticks in the wheels of Operation Get V Dead. Fine.
It's all right. There's plenty of time for V to die.
We shall acquiesce to the GM's request and go walk the lady across the camp, guarding her from Muslims.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to give your horse?
Give her horse? What? My horse. We have other horses. She can ride one of those.
She can just ride in the cart.
No. Devo. Jesus.
Arch, how do you think she got here? She rode in the cart to get here anyway.
I'm pretty much assuming she just sat behind on my horse or something. We can't put a lady in a cart. What's wrong with you?
Dev, you're such a commoner. Which is precisely what she says to Arch as she takes his arm and starts walking off with him. She's just disgusted by the lower classes.
Yeah, I don't know how I put up with them, to be fucking honest.
I'll just swat a few flies.
It's like a very famous, compassionate man once said, "The poor will always be with us." So they're like a burden, basically. Thanks, Jesus. Right after a short time, you arrive at the camp of Duke Locion of Myor, Myor, just in case anyone's curious. So,
You're saying I'm not going to have to roll perception for Muslims?
no, your manly presence kept them away.
Hmm.
I'm just going to use Archer's character as the party for now because I'm too lazy to be 4 people at once. I don't have a picture for Lady Ashton. Ritualist, I'm looking at you. Oh no, wait, there we go. We actually have one all of a sudden.
You paid the man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not the lady, that's the big-titted gypsy, which is, fine, but...
Yeah, I know. I'm just uploading it now.
I assume that all 3 of us went with Arch, right?
Yeah, I assumed you all went with Arch.
Okay.
Respectful distance to the rear, obviously.
I tell you, Ritualist has just got this way of capturing the essence of what I say, what I want the character to be. He does such a fine job, right? Because this is exactly how I pictured her. Just so fucking awesome. It's just so great.
That is the correct bearing of a noble lady.
It absolutely is, isn't it? But yeah, as you approach the camp, the guards recognize her and obviously let you in. Travel through the camp, which I will reveal parts of now. Until the party eventually reaches the tent. The main tent, which you notice there's a bigger camp than Baron Monver was able to have. But the guards see you again and just usher you through into the Duke's tent. And that's the Duke, if you can see him.
Oh, Jesus.
The dwarf.
He's actually not a dwarf. He's actually quite a large, burly man. He's missing an eye. I'll give you a quick description of him. Hang on.
More interested, who's the guy with the stick?
Yeah, hang on. So, oh no, he is actually quite short. Sorry, he might be a dwarf. He's short, broad-chested, thick shoulders with eyes like, well, a slit-like eye and a bushy black beard. Lots of scars on his face, and the other eye is covered with a gilded leather patch. And he's wearing fantastic armor.
If it wasn't for the fact that I know my courtesies, I would bend down and go like, "Oh, who's that little boy?"
He looks like he can fight, basically. As soon as you enter the tent, he drops what he's doing and runs over to Lady Mary and gives her a hug, which she seems to grin and bear.
Perfect little dwarf.
Yes. After a minute, he turns to you and says, "Thank you so much for returning my wife." And he bows in and gives you a really meaty handshake. And then he turns to the rest of the party and gives them big, meaty handshakes too.
Absolute pleasure, my lord. She was a delight on the road back.
Annual in respect as he approaches.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hang on a sec. Yeah, he's just smiling broadly and nods. He's a lot like Brian Blessed, frankly. But imagine like a working class version of Brian Blessed, and that's kind of what this character is like. But he's very common, and you can tell it in his accent before he even finishes a sentence, and he just keeps saying, "Thank you so much for bringing my beautiful wife back," which is very generous because Lady Mary is not beautiful. He turns.
Well, we shall refrain from mentioning that.
He turns to one of the servants in the tent and says, "Reward these fine fellows for the return of my beautiful wife." And one of them brings a small pouch of coins and hands it to you, Arch.
He does. How much is in the pouch?
100 gold.
100 gold. I'll note that down. Rightio. I'll bow deeply and tell the Lord that it was our honor to rescue the fair lady as we were on another mission for... oh, God, I've forgotten his name again. I wrote this down somewhere. The Baron. Baron. He was the Baron, yes?
Mm-hmm. Baron Monver, yeah.
Baron Monver.
Yep. He says, "Oh, how is the old Baron?" Actually, he's young. Sorry, young Baron.
Oh, he's fine, my lord. He had a chest of silver stolen from him by the renegade Negan 2.0.
Yeah, he says, yeah, tell me about Sargon. I hear he was a formidable warrior. Tell me about your battle with him.
Oh, a fearsome warrior, my lord. It took all our might of several people to subdue him. A ferocious man indeed. Quite the exploit, in fact, to take down such a mighty warrior.
Well, he pours you a flagon of strong wine and says, well, do tell. He wants to hear all about it.
I'll continue to embellish, and I think, Sargon is, 7 meters tall, spat fireballs, pissed vinegar.
Might be best to keep it within the realms of possibility.
Realms of possibility is such a limiting concept.
It is, unfortunately.
Arch, just tell him that I actually died for about 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good one. Just point to Dave and go like, he subdued this large black monk in but a single blow.
I know every sort of like twist and turn of your story, he just kind of roars with laughter, and he's cheering you on, telling the story like it's a rollicking campfire tale or something. He's loving every second of it.
This is the YouTube version of medieval times. People telling stories.
Yeah. I take it you get to the end part where he gets an axe in the face or in the back of the head, even.
Yes, the glorious throw, but it was I who threw it because
because the glory. That's
the barbarian isn't here anymore.
You hear some muffled, ambiguously gendered screaming in the far distance.
And I mean, with that, he just clanks your mug with his and then downs it, and is like, that's fucking amazing, And he swears a lot, which is one thing that I haven't been putting in yet. But he's very thrilled that you've done all this, and he says, "So who are you with?"
Ah, this is the good part. So, how do we word this? I have yet to pledge my allegiance to anyone, my lord. I conducted the task for Baron Monver out of what will be sufficiently haughty and yet self-sacrificing. Yeah, altruism in my noble heart.
It's very, very gentlemanly of you. Thank you so much.
Most gentlemanly indeed. I bow to him and go like, "Oh, your praise is too much, my lord. Any noble would have done the same."
There's a slight cough from the man in the very fancy clerical robes behind him, and he basically sighs and says, "Indeed." And Duke soon turns around and says, "Oh yes, let me introduce you to Archbishop Martin, who has his priests next to him, all with swords, apparently." They don't have swords, just so you know, but I didn't have a better representation.
Hostile religion, this.
Yes, but the Archbishop just kind of bows his head slightly, and
I cross myself and look upon him in awe.
Okay.
What's the correct ways of meeting a bishop in this world? Is there any kissing off the ring or some such nonsense?
You could do, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I will do that. All the noble honors. Bow to him, kiss his ring if he proffers it.
Yep, he does. Once you stand up, he gives you a slight, like a little cross on your chest to let you know that you are within the good graces of the church.
The good graces, V.
Don't get jealous, V.
The Archbishop considers you're in the good graces, then we're in the good graces.
He says, yeah, so what's happened with the Inquisition recently? He's heard rumblings of heresy.
Oh, yes, my
he
lord.
heard that Baron Monver had alerted Inquisitor Hort, which is never good.
Oh, in fact, no, not Lord. It would be Holiness for this one?
Yeah, Your Holiness.
Oh, most certainly, Your Holiness. In fact, we had the unfortunate privilege of seeing the Inquisitor take away just such a heathen, a most creepy-looking barbarian man-woman thing.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like that, I'm thinking, right, okay, what's his response going to be? And his response is to wrinkle his nose and go, and just shake his head and say something like, "Typical savage degeneracy. They will never learn. They are just not capable."
Nod my head sagely, yes.
I want to add, he had no respect for the church either. He grabbed me and put a knife at my throat.
The Archbishop turns to you and says, "And who are you?"
Manservant.
I take a large bow and I say, I am an acolyte with the Abbey, the Pendley Abbey.
He just kind of looks down his nose at you. He can tell you're a commoner.
No, I don't expect anything else.
Mm-hmm. He says, well, he asked you if you've prayed the required amount of times today.
And I also say that I help the poor.
Is that a livey?
No.
Sounds like a livey.
That, Jesus. right to this man, too.
I helped the poor today. I gave the silver.
That is a good fucking point, Diva.
There's a lot of stolen valor in this campaign. He just kind of rolls his eyes when you say that you've helped the poor.
Okay.
And again, he says, well, the poor will always be with us.
Okay, I think plan screw the bishop enters its next phase.
Well, have you found someone you like more than the bishop?
Yes, I have found somebody else's ass to kiss. Thank you very much.
Arch, I have a feeling that the bishop might be the good guy, though.
Details, Devo. Details.
Good, bad. It's all a matter of perspective, Dev.
Justice comes with greater force of arms, Devo.
But Arch, why are you laughing? Didn't I free 2 soldiers that you wanted me to kill and let them run away with their lives? See, you keep
you let heretics escape. Oh, Jesus, that's point. What now? That's point.
I just have a trial on the Inquisition with.
That's point.
I hope you're just keeping this written down.
Oh yes, I am.
It's completely autistic. Like there is absolutely no validity to it. It's like if there's a soldier who gives up, and I say he's not even a heretic, he didn't do anything wrong. He was following his Lord, and I saved his life. And Arch is like, oh my God, the heretic, the life.
Well, that's something you'll have to argue in a court, V.
They were following a thief, an oath breaker, as good as a heretic.
Yes, but they gave their oath to that Lord. Like, never mind. Just go to the Inquisition and give your list.
I think I'll kind of be like, Your Holiness, as you can see, the manservant is a little forthright. He speaks without permission. My apologies. Mm-hmm. On the note of heresy, though, I must admit there has been suspicious activities in a nearby abbey. I dare not go too far in the matters of the church, but there is rumblings that he has had people looking through ancient tombs, and that now he has himself sequestered away in private study, and none know what he's doing there.
The Archbishop, his curiosity is definitely piqued, and he says, and how do you know this?
I look towards Arch and I say, because you were in those tombs?
I'm just going to be poking Arch's side.
Betraying, is he? Okay, well then. A bunch of potential traitors. He says, if that's the case, then the appropriate people to speak to would be the Inquisitors. But I do warn you, you should bring proof of heresy before making accusations.
Well, it just so happens that we do have a heretic we might be able to offer up.
Oh God.
Yes, I'll thank His Holiness for his most wise advice, and we will take the necessary precautions.
Right. Okay. He says, "Well, good luck in your hunt," and just lets the conversation drop. Duke Lothian says, You guys seem like absolutely fine fellows. If you need anything from me, do feel free to come to my tent. I'm usually here because, unfortunately, crusading is more paperwork than it is action at this moment. But I will always be an open door. My door will always be open, even.
Okay, let's make a note of that. Duke Lothian?
Locian. Locion.
I'd actually like to ask him how long until the crusade gets underway.
He just looks at you and shrugs. Says, "We're still waiting for." Hang on a second. We're still waiting for King Jayan of Arson. I'm going to rename that, I think. But there's still a king we're waiting for, with a particularly large host again from the far north of the Erothian lands. Apparently he's on his way, but until he arrives, there's really nothing that we can do.
Might this king be in possession of a particularly silly hat?
Well, he has a crown, I imagine.
Shaped like a stag or something like that?
No, probably just a normal shaped crown.
Not a boisterous fellow? Oh.
No, not really.
Damn it.
I inquired upon if he knows the latest king to have arrived. I think we've met him on the road.
Yep, Prince Emmerich. He is aware of Prince Emmerich. Prince Emmerich is rather famous for being a man who particularly likes tournaments and particularly likes to go to war.
Good, honest gentleman who knows his calling.
Basically, yes. That's exactly it. He's Prince Emmerich is generally considered to be the best prince in all of the Erothian lands. Everyone thinks the most highly of him, and when eventually some sort of leader of the crusade is chosen by the patriarch, it's expected to be him.
Okay, well, we could go and try and cozy up to Jaime Lannister there. That'd be useful.
I'd actually like to ask, do we know how far away that final king is?
No.
No messages or anything?
No, well, I mean, it's tens of thousands of men walking 150 or no, probably 500 miles. You know, he doesn't know when they're going to arrive.
He is precisely as far away, Devo, as the plot demands him to be.
Basically. That's not how it is, but...
Well, it must be fun to be marching for thousands of miles, especially after the war is over and you need to know that you need to return and there's more marching.
Must be insanely boring. But yeah, he doesn't have any information on when he's due to arrive.
Right, well, I'll thank the Lord for his hospitality and his offer of hospitality in the future.
Mm-hmm. He says, think nothing of it. Thank you for returning my wife.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Yeah.
She seems to just have a perpetual scowl on her face when she's around him.
Well, look, boys, I found ourselves a better lord right off the bat. Can we go for triples? Can we find an even better lord, you think?
We could go to the king we met on the road.
Listen to V. He's like, yeah, let's take the first and best one. Now he's getting greedy.
He was interested in your tale, and he seemed genuinely happy about it. You could try moving up.
I've got some more art here. Let me just show this off. Thank you for saving me, wife.
Right, yeah, if you are leaving, you may leave. Where are you going exactly?
Right, we have a paladin to discover somewhere. Sargon, do you know where paladins might congregate?
Well, the most religious places.
Okay, well, time to go to religious institutions then.
Well, let's go to the Inquisition.
Are we actually going to the Inquisition camp?
Let's go to the Inquisition camp.
Not yet. First, we need to go and get our paladin, which for some reason I have a hinkling is going to be hanging around the abbey or something.
Hang on a second.
Well, I'd actually like to shop for something first before you leave the camp.
Yeah,
And
I don't, he's probably not going to be at the Abbey. I mean, the Abbey trains monks, not paladins.
As you say shopping, you can see Carl turn white as pale.
I will be very quick. I know exactly what I'm getting.
And he feels the need of placing his hand on a table so he doesn't fall down.
What are you talking about?
Shopping.
I don't care if you go shopping.
It's a phobia that
who?
Karl Heinrich developed.
Oh, you, right, okay. Okay, well, you can go to the marketplace if you want.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, you head on down. And is there anything you're particularly looking for?
I'm looking for, I guess, the medieval equivalent of a hardware store.
Well, you're going to find
A blacksmith.
a bunch of market stalls. So, I mean, what is it you're particularly looking for from the hardware store?
I'm looking for, I have a list here that I made on the break. A chain, a lock, a locked chest. I want to buy a chest.
Oh, God. Hang on. Now I have to go find all of this. Okay, 10 foot of chain is 5 gold pieces. Holy shit.
All right.
Arch has 100.
Devo has money. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, pal.
Plus, Devo is famously fond of wasting money.
Sorry, what else are you after? The chain and a chest is also 5 gold pieces, in fact.
All right, and a lock.
And hopefully a lock on the chest.
Yeah, I want a free lock.
Oh, you want a separate lock? Okay. A lock is 10 gold pieces.
Really?
We could have just stolen one from the crypts.
You don't have the key for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get the lock and then you make a key for it.
Well, you can buy a lock and you get a key with it.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's 20 gold pieces in total.
Jesus fucking, that's a ripoff.
That is
Everything
quite a bit.
is a rip-off in this marketplace. Like, literally everything.
Well, guys, here's the thing, guys. I watched Cyberpunk, right? And I watched you guys have an amazing apartment full of everything get stolen by the police. And I'd rather this cart not get stolen. Or get lost somehow.
You understand the police. You understand the police can crack open things. I mean, it's if it comes to that.
Well, not in the Middle Ages, not easily.
Okay, you take a big hammer, you whack at the lock.
I would like to remind you, Devo, that we basically spent an entire session ripping open doors and locks in a certain tomb somewhere.
Yeah, that's true, eh? I just don't want to come out of a tent or something.
You know what they did is they would take wax, they would put it in the keyhole, and they would get the shape of the key.
I love the way you guys are making the walls don't work argument. Locking up something will prevent most thieves.
That is true. However, if Devo is talking about the police, well, I guess the authorities, like the soldiers or whatnot, a lock is not going to dissuade them.
Well, no, but I don't want to like return to our cart after an adventure to find it stolen.
Okay.
And besides, this is Devo's money, and it's for the common good. So
You should totally buy a lock, Devo. You know what? Buy two in case one gets rusted.
Let's just go with the chain and the lock, just for 15.
That is kinky.
Well, you don't want a chest now.
No, I mean, no. We don't really have many valuables to store in the chest anyway, so
Well,
I assume at some point we'll find something very valuable, then we'll buy a chest and put it in the cart, and then we'll be set.
well, let's
then they'll
hope
have
you're
to
not
carry
like-
the chest away instead.
Well, no, if it's chained down.
We'll nail it to the cart.
Better.
All right, so that's 15 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have 84. I mean, do you guys? I assume you guys want a key. So can I get like 2 spare keys? What do those cost?
It only comes with one key.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Don't
there we
worry.
go.
I'll look after the key.
I'll look after the key. Thank you.
Devo, don't be so selfish.
Fair, it's his money, so it should be his key.
Yeah. I have one cart key in my inventory, and we'll keep the lock and chain in the cart, and we'll lock up anytime we stop somewhere.
I'm loving playing this novel.
Are you gonna try and pickpocket the key now?
That's a good idea. I should at least make the attempt.
Is there anything you want to do else while you're at the market, or
Damn it.
That's a terrible sleight of hand.
Well, you can't win them all. I guess you'll keep the key then, sigh.
Nothing for now, I think. That's all I want to get. How about you guys? You guys good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Where do you want to go from here?
Well, since you mentioned there might not be any paladins at the Abbey, is there like a fortress monastery somewhere?
What do you mean a fortress monastery?
Somewhere where paladins would congregate and play with each other.
Possibly
Possibly intermingle and breed.
Not really. Not the Abbey is the only sort of major religious institution in Pendley. Yeah.
God damn it, Uzlu. I'm trying to fucking help you here, but you little bastard wandered off somewhere useful.
I have a feeling he might be with the Inquisition.
Yeah.
So we should probably go to the Inquisition camp.
Before we go to the Inquisition camp, I want to go to some place where there aren't people so I can cast my spell.
I noticed that you fail a sleight of hand there, Arch.
Yes, that was stealing Devo's key.
Dev, you catch Arch with his hand in your pocket.
Nothing unusual there.
I widen my eye as I see this.
This is scary.
Did you see anything, V? Should you roll?
I'm gonna slowly turn to Arch, deadpan face, and just kind of pat his hand.
It's gay.
Well,
Okay,
Devo, try not to give this one away to some peasants, okay?
All right.
Maybe I won't try and steal it again. Maybe.
So I'll cast Eagle Splendor upon me before we go to the Inquisition. When no one's looking.
We're not going to the Inquisition just yet.
I am.
Okay, you can go off by yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'll go with you, V. I want to go to the Inquisition camp too. Let's go.
Okay.
Arch, what are you doing?
Returning to the Abbey.
Right, okay.
Not with the cart, you're not. It's chained down.
I guess you'll just ride your horse to the
Of
Abbey.
course, Devo. In fact, I have several.
Are you just gonna leave the cart there with no horses?
Probably yes. That would be a good idea.
Are you suggesting black people are draft animals, Arch?
No, I'm suggesting they are beasts of burden. There is a difference.
Oh, is there?
Much wider area of application on beasts of burden.
Right, okay. So V and Dev, you head on over to the Penitent Knights camp, which is where the Inquisition is located. As you approach the gates of the camp, or the sort of entryway to the camp, you are stopped by two very, serious-looking men around 30, wearing chainmail with swords, and they say, "What is your business here?"
I say that I take a bow. I introduce myself. I say I'm an acolyte with the Pendley Abbey, and I require to make a confession.
He says, "See the Inquisitor will be. You need to make a donation of 10 gold pieces."
Of course. I pick off my pouch and I give him 11 gold pieces.
Nice, look like a suck up.
This is why you'll never become rich.
Right, okay, Anne. Right, let's use your character as the party V. So,
Wait, Arch, I thought you wanted to come with us. I thought you wanted to rat V out.
too late.
No, because the other holy person just said that we needed evidence before we went to them, and that is the GM's very subtle way of saying, get evidence first.
It's not even my way of saying it, but it's if you're going to start making accusations of heresy at people, you should probably have something to back that up.
Precisely.
You're on the right-hand side, Dev.
Right-hand side? Hold on, let me just... Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So you were escorted through the camp. Reveal a bit more.
Is that a new V artwork?
It is a new artwork, yes.
It's really good, the artwork.
So,
Do I get to see Brother Dean?
I don't know. Do you?
Do I make a perception check?
He's right there. I recognize him.
Brother Dean is indeed on guard outside of a tent. He's stood there like all of the others, stood to attention, basically like the guards outside of Buckingham Palace, where you can see outside of all of these tents just men at arms just standing there, rigidly staring off in space.
I'm gonna wave at him.
He ignores you.
I'm going to exchange pleasantries.
He doesn't respond.
Okay.
You were escorted into this very dark and heavy burlap tent, in which you see Inquisitor Hort and another knight. He turns to address you and says, hang on a sec, I'll tell you what he says. He just says in a low voice, "What can I do for you, my son?"
I seem visibly shaken, as if I'm really disturbed. He probably remembers me from earlier. And Inquisitor, I really wish to make a confession.
Go on.
I look towards Devo, and then I look towards the Inquisitor.
Okay, what's the confession?
Devo's butthole clenches tightly.
I say, aren't confessions made in private, Father?
Depends what you want to confess. If you want to go through the ritual of confession, you can do that with your local priest.
I would like to confess about the activities that are happening at the church I work at.
And where do you work?
The Pendley Abbey.
And what activities are going on there?
I take a big sigh, and then I explain. As you noticed, I was in the accompaniment of a very colorful person that probably wasn't on the good graces of our Lord.
Indeed.
That person was forced upon me. I'm just an acolyte. I am not able to discern the wisdom of my superiors. However, I did protest.
And who forced this heretic upon you?
Bishop Stavron.
I see. And why are you telling me this?
I am telling you this because a lot of the activities that the bishop is performing are somewhat suspicious to me. Of course, I'm not able to judge His Holiness, but at the same time, I know my duty is to report to the Inquisition anything that seems suspicious, and it would be up to you to make up a judgment.
Inquisitor Hort says, If you are making an accusation, you must remember what the punishment is for false accusers.
I completely understand, Father. I am not making an accusation. However, I am a refugee from a faraway land that was burned down by the heretics. I have came here in order to join the crusade, and the bishop has been nothing but nice to me. However, I can't help but point out that the bishop has been acting very suspiciously. The moment we arrived, he sent me and my friends into a very weird place, and I described to him the catacombs and the walking skeletons.
So what you're saying is you're stealing Archer's plan.
Well, if I'm the one that brings it forward before Arch, I can't be incriminated.
This is too good. I'm just going to mute myself.
The Inquisitor says, I have heard nothing but glowing praise for Bishop Stavron. I've never heard anyone accuse him of heresy, and sometimes, unfortunately, bishops must order the lower orders, the acolytes, to do unpleasant things in the service of the faith.
I nod. I say I'm not.
If you're not making an accusation against the bishop, then why are you here?
How long before V joins Wendy?
Because I'm not making an accusation. I just want to know that my duties for the bishops are also my duties towards the prophet. I don't know the book that the bishop has told me to get. I describe it in great detail to the Inquisitor. However, the sights of skeletons and unholy beings have shaken me tremendously and have given me nightmares ever since.
The Inquisitor tells you to take heart in your religion. Skeletons and other such monsters can be created just because of the natural ebb and flow of magic in the world. Unless you have some proof that the bishop is involved in anything, you are best not to spread such evil rumors.
I completely understand. There is something else, something more personal that I would like to discuss. According to our faith and our books, there have been people that were part of the church who were able to cast down magical abilities that came directly from the prophet and not from studying.
Mm-hmm.
I reached towards my holy symbol,
mm-hmm.
and I cast it to glow.
Okay. The Inquisitor doesn't seem... He doesn't show any kind of response in his face. He just replies, and what do you plan on doing with this great gift?
I want to pledge my gifts in the service of the Inquisition. I want to be directed on the battlefield where there is great need for my talents.
And how far do you feel that your talents have manifested themselves?
I describe every single spell that I can cast, including curing wounds, making people tell the truth, the fact that I can use augury, which basically communicates with the divine, like I basically like go through all of the spells and try to explain to him what I can do.
I love how much you trust this Inquisitor. It's amazing.
Well, my character is a zealot. He views him as...
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I just think it's...
he views him as being more effective than the bishop. So
no. Okay, so as you're describing your powers, the Inquisitor's eyebrows arch, and he but he takes on everything you have to say. This is right. So, are you looking to serve the church?
I fall on my knees and I say, yes, Father.
Well, if you do find any evidence of heresy, bring it to me.
What might those evidence be? I'm not really know what to look for.
He says you'll know it when you see it.
I nod and I take my leave.
Okay. Dev, are you doing anything?
Nope. I'm just kind of tagging along for this one. I'll go with V.
Right, okay.
Aren't you going to ask about Wendy?
I feel like I would be killed if I asked about Wendy.
He seems a reasonable guy.
As I walk out of the as I walk out of the tent, I whisper back into the tent, #free Wendy.
So hope he didn't hear that. Hang on a
That's
second.
spicy.
Hang on. The Inquisitor turns to look and says, "Did you say something?"
Do it, Devo. Do it.
I just shake my head no, and then I just cough a bit like I'm clearing my throat.
Okay. As you go to leave, the Inquisitor says, "Your friend was a deviant. You know, monk, you must know the punishment for this kind of degeneracy."
Is that to me or to Devo?
To death. Are you going to say or do anything?
Fall on your knees and suck his dick.
That would probably be classed as degeneracy.
Metaphorically, Sargon. Metaphorically.
Well, I'll without completely turning around, I'll nod my head at him and then keep going.
He says that everything that will be done for your friend will be done for their own soul. So bear that in mind. Where are you guys going?
I would like to ask one more question. When the crusade starts, will I be able to join the Inquisition, like in their battles and stuff like that?
He just replies, "God has a plan for everyone."
Of course, my father. I take a bow and I leave.
Okay, where are you going?
To the Abbey, I guess.
You can go to the Abbey.
Heads bowed in defeat, they realize that a certain smug cunt is going to be sitting on the stairs.
Did we have to push the cart back? Did Arch take all the horses?
Yeah, you had to draw the cart back by hand.
All right, V, let's roll strength.
You don't need to roll strength. You just have to get on with it. You can take a 10.
Sargon doesn't make us roll for strength. Why do you make us roll for strength?
Because it's in the rule book.
Yeah, you can take a 10 on this. There's no time limit. Right. As you're on the road, you are approached by a man in armor who introduces himself as Uzulu, who I'm being told is sent by the Inquisition to assist you in your mission of discovering if there's any heresy at the Abbey.
Evening, lads. Wait, is it evening?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Am I there? Can I do it? Yeah? No? How about that?
You
You get to be an Inquisitor and not me.
You're not an Inquisitor.
Because I would suggest we pass him down, check his hair color, if he has a penis, etc., just to make sure we don't get into trouble with this one.
Yeah, he's not an Inquisitor, but he is a very eager-looking young man.
I mean, his hair color looks correct.
He looks like the sort of person who might think the crusade is innately just, by the definition.
Not just the crusade, Sargon. All crusades.
I totally agree with you.
The character at the moment is called Bast Hard.
Nice. Right. Yeah. So you eventually arrive back at Penderley Abbey.
Oh, they're back now. Okay, in that case, I'm sitting on the stairs with the most smug expression I can fucking manage. And as they get closer, I'm just gonna go like, "Oh, if only somebody had told you that was a wasted trip. If only somebody had told you so."
Well, no, because he knows my abilities, so that's going to make the story more interesting.
If only someone had told you.
Right, yeah, it's quite late in the evening. The Abbey's the acolytes are just going about the evening's work of closing down the Abbey and doing whatever it is their daily chores are. The bishop is in his study. Anything you want to do?
Would there be a way of finding out about heresy, like asking people through normal conversation without also sparking suspicion?
I fucking love that entire conversation, by the way. He's like, oh, Bishop is heretical, but I'm not accusing him of anything. Oh, by the way, what is what would constitute evidence of heresy, my lord? That was fucking beautiful.
So just out of curiosity, why did Uzu join up with us? Why did he come back to the Abbey with us instead of going to the camp?
Because he's been ordered by the Inquisition, by the Inquisitor, to keep an eye on you.
I see. All right.
So this means he's higher up in the pecking order. Ooh.
He's not a man with any particular authority. It's just that he answers to the Inquisitor.
That alone is authority, though.
Mm.
In my eyes, the pecking order has now changed. Me at the top, as usual. Then Officer Beefcake here, and then Devo, and then B.
I'm starting to think that the universe has a way with my character. Roll the S.
Well, your character is of particular interest, so
To the Inquisition.
Yes. You know how the police often have persons of interest?
You've made yourself a significant person of interest by going around with a heretic and then talking about heresy an awful lot. Pointing fingers where it's not due.
To be fair, if they wanted me gone, I would have been gone by now. So the fact that I'm still here means that the Inquisition might find me useful.
Yeah, it's not like you've had a dude assigned to dog your every step or anything. Oh, shit. By the way, what is that heretical other monstrosity still here? Isn't he dead?
I just noticed that Wendy's still here.
Drag it away and burn his
still
pubes.
here, but Wendy is not dead. Wendy is currently having her soul cleansed. So,
I love the way you phrase that.
yeah, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. Think electroshock therapy, but without medieval means. Yeah.
They don't have electricity in.
I'm not saying that Mike Pence would be an inquisitor in this world, but he would be. Right.
Okay, guys.
So what are you doing?
How do you guys want to handle talking to the bishop? Do you want to you want to be what's the expression? Good cop, bad cop.
Independently tried to get you taken down.
Yeah, I'll be honest with him. I will be honest with him. I will say that
How, Bishop? I then took a report to you, but I said I needed evidence.
Can I have evidence of your heresy, please?
I will be like,
hold on. I think that I should probably I'm the one who's presumably the most friendly with the bishop out of the four of us. I should probably talk to him about it.
No, I'll just say, if it comes down to it, that the person that he entrusted us was taken by the Inquisition. And considering that it was in our presence, I had to go to the Inquisition to relay.
First step, before we start discussing any of this, I'll grab a nearby acolyte and point at, Officer Beefcake there and go he wants a tour of the Abbey. And then we go somewhere else to discuss the heretical bullshit, shall we?
Let's do that, yes. Let's do it without Uzlu's presence.
Are you happy with that, Uzlu?
Until we can know if we can trust him.
I mean, my job is literally to follow these guys, right?
Well,
yes,
your job
lovely
is to
Abbey.
keep an eye on V. Really,
Okay.
because he's touched by the divine. I mean, keep him safe. You're not actually charged with policing his actions.
I see.
Well, now the bishop will know that I'm touched by the divine when he sees the.
Okay, Uzlu, you watch V. Arch and I have to go take a shit together.
Precisely.
I guess me and Mike Glaive will get comfortable with V.
Right, so our options really are Inquisition now expects evidence of heresy, otherwise they're probably going to be annoyed with V. The whole suggestion about, false accusations receiving a certain punishment as well.
Well, Arch, I've been here at the Abbey for a while now. I'm not convinced that the bishop's actually doing anything wrong. I think the Inquisition may be wrong on this one.
That may be true, but you are remarkably blue-eyed.
What kind of response is that?
I don't fucking know.
Is
Well,
that some
maybe
scam
he is.
expression that we're not familiar with?
It's Norwegian. It means being naive.
Right. I thought it might be.
So, even better. I look at Devo and nod. Yes, makes good sense, Devo. But maybe somebody has been planting evidence. So we should really be looking for evidence. There was a person who recently accused him of heresy. Somebody might be tempted. Just say we should check.
How do you know my conversation with the Inquisitor?
Telepathy. The same reason how you know how I'm talking to Devo right now.
Not the same. I'm out of character now. You're in character.
Precisely. No, I'm assuming
I mean,
Devo told me while they're taking a shit together.
Not to mention, I didn't accuse him. I just wanted to make sure that
Yes,
I
we know. You didn't accuse him of
You're
anything.
actually not present for this conversation, so Arch and Dev can.
Arch wasn't present at my conversation. That's
Yeah,
why.
but I'm telling you to shut up because you're not present at this conversation. So, Arch and Dev, please carry on.
So, V, I hear you accused the bishop of something.
Okay, you can have a chat in a moment. Okay, so Devo, yeah, I get it, but we should check. If he's innocent, he has nothing to fear. After all,
Well, Arch, we have three reasonable options here. We have option one is that the bishop is innocent, right?
yeah,
And-
that's a possibility, man.
And maybe somebody planted evidence or whatever. Option two is that the bishop's guilty. Option
like this
three. Option three is that the bishop's guilty, but he's not wrong, and it's the Inquisition that's wrong.
So what you're saying is we should pick one of these three and make it happen.
Not necessarily. We should see where the evidence leads us.
I just look baffled at Devo again, as if he's speaking a completely different language, but I kind of go along. Okay, so
Arch, here.
Before we
Someone
can
called
decide on
Jesus
any of these
Christ in the chat has said he's guilty of sin.
Arch,
That's got a verified check mark, so maybe he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
First, we have to
100%
look for the
legitimate.
evidence.
Jesus
Arch.
Christ has also said that he couldn't, not even he could cleanse Wendy's soul. So there's hope yet.
Fair point.
First step, we'll have to look. If we
we
don't
do have
find
to look.
anything, then we can presume innocence until we find something. If we do find something, then we may presume innocence until he offers us a larger bribe than the Inquisition, in which case we'll go with your plan.
Arch, I just want to let me appeal to you on your level. If the Inquisition completely takes over all political structures of this realm, how do you think the nobility is going to fare?
They're still going to have somebody to keep the peasants in order. They're busy policing their own house.
I
that's
don't
the
know,
thing.
man.
The Inquisition is not a rivaling political party. They're the Gestapo.
Basically.
I've always been under the impression that nobility and the church were always kind of butting heads.
They
No,
are.
no. Symbiotic relationship.
Sometimes not.
A very progressive way of viewing the universe, Arch.
I have a feeling that, insofar as the Inquisition is going to be a butting heads relationship, and I'm not sure we should be siding with them.
Maybe on the larger scale, but right now the Inquisition is by far our best choice because they have more weapons.
And Crusade.
And Crusade.
Yeah, it's fair, I guess. Okay, well, let's just see what we find first before
Yes.
we make any decision on any of these three options.
Step 1, find/fabricate evidence.
Not fabricate.
Okay. If you have to be a bastard about it, fine. We'll look first, then fabricate.
I can literally make a glowing cross.
That's fucking fanciful, we.
How
That
is
is really
heresy?
fancy.
How wouldn't that be a miracle from God?
Well, if
Isn't
it
that
glows with
exactly
reddish
what you
demonic
to
light,
impress
and I just
the
happen to
bishop?
find it in the bishop's chambers.
Maybe I'll wander off and find some phosphates. And I'll be like, look, I can make things glow as well.
Okay, what's the bishop doing right now? Where is he?
He's currently in his study.
Of course he is. Well, let's check out the rest of the
Are all
the
four of us going?
area
or-
first.
Okay. Actually, that's right. We haven't actually explored the entire church, have we?
Yeah, we need to keep our new
Zoom out a bit.
friend out of the loop for the moment. What's your sneak like, Devo?
It's actually quite high.
Mine as well.
Yeah, but you're not here. You're keeping him busy.
Yeah, V, you can't sneak away from Uzulu.
But by the way, considering that Uzulu is also here to find heresy, why are we keeping him out of the loop?
He's here
Because
to
we
make
don't
sure
know.
you don't die.
We don't know what to do with the heresy yet. That's what we've been discussing.
Okay.
And therefore, not bringing it to the attention of the inquisitorial agent might be an idea, because I think we know what his idea is going to be.
To be fair, if you get caught, I can feign ignorance and go like, ah.
So Arch,
There were many fingers pointed.
Arch, is your plan to have me sneak away from the party and go talk to the bishop, or?
Well, no. For you to go look for it. God damn it, Devo. Now you're making me not want to trust you because you're going to do something silly like talk to the heretic.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't
Just
do that, would you? Okay, well, what's your stealth and dexterity?
Stealth is at 4. Dexterity is at 15.
What's the modifier for dex?
2.
Okay, so we've basically got the same stealth roll because I've got 3 stealth but 3 in dex.
I could also buff you. You get advantage on stealth.
True. Do we really want to let the inquisitorial agent know that? Like, okay, let's just take this like out of character. Sargon, Uzulu, how much do you want us to game this? Like, do you want us to be realistic about it and not trust the inquisitorial agent, or just fuck it?
It's up to you what you do.
I would just say fuck it.
Well, you don't know that I haven't had a conversation with Uzulu about all of this, so
it does make the story interesting.
To ignore it, or
No, to trust the Inquisition. But it's up to you. Like I'm willing to do whatever you want.
what do you want to do, Uzulu? Like out of character, just skip this or do it naturally?
I mean, good question. It really just depends whether you want to go more gamey or more real worldy with it. I'm okay with either. I can roll with either.
I don't really mind either. So Devo, I guess you get to decide.
I mean, the thing is, they
And then
did ask
DD wanted
for...
to decide.
Can I give my input before Devo makes the decision?
Yeah, I thought you already gave your input, but okay.
The way I reckon is that from the conversation, they also want me to behave like a good acolyte and not like someone that just tries to undermine his leadership.
You might mean like you just did to the Inquisitor's face a few minutes ago.
No, because I don't know why you're autistic about this, Arch.
I
But
literally went in and made the accusation that the bishop was a heretic.
yeah,
Shit, I got some stuck with
You had to be reprimanded by the Inquisitor by saying, look, if you don't have any proof, that's a bloody serious accusation, and you know what they do to false accusers. And even if you don't know, trust me, it's not good.
if there was an ongoing investigation into the whole activities the bishop is doing and the fact that he sent me into a place with skeletons and stuff, I might have been involved. Therefore, me denouncing it is basically me saying, I don't know if this is heretical or not. If it's heretical, I didn't have a part in it. I'm coming forward.
And
I
that's
don't know if
fine.
you're still-
That's fine.
And it's different.
If
It's
you-
different than me going and saying the bishop is a heretic.
But you did basically say the bishop was a heretic.
Yes,
I said-
what you just said, V, was what you rode your ass to shore with after going to the Inquisition and saying the bishop was a heretic.
Yeah, I swear you play like Eric Cartman. I love it. I mean, you went in there and you said, like, basically he's a heretic, by the way. And I mean, the thing is, V, I mean, what you're doing isn't like bad if you want the Inquisition to like you.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's it.
My question is though, can I learn more about the book that the bishop is reading? Would there be
could.
like other information in this library about that book?
Maybe
the
you
person was.
have to do some work.
That's a good idea, though. That is a good idea. You should do that.
What type of role can I take?
You can do an investigation roll.
Okay.
Before that, though, let's finish the whole thing with Uzulu.
Well, actually, I think this is.
however you want to do that, I think my character, on hearing that there is potential heresy in the area, will probably be wide-eyed with excitement. You probably want to go along with it. He's pretty open to people who are willing to denounce opponents of whatever tribe he's in, which happens to be the church in this case.
That is true, but the problem is Devo, that fat little Negro, who's like, maybe the bishop didn't do nothing.
Well, I don't mind Uzulu's character being next to me while I read. Besides, it might take hours and he might be bored as well. So
Fuck it, we'll do the sneaky part then, because funny.
Well, that actually kind of means that Uzlu's tied up with helping V research, doesn't it?
Yes, so we've kind of gotten around it. Cool. That's a good idea.
Okay. V, do your.
Before that, though, I'll wander over
God.
to V, and just I'll look at him straight in the eye and just wink crazily with my left eye. So V, I'm not going to sneak around the abbey or anything. So you don't need to bless me or anything. Wink, wink, wink.
yeah, I'll see if I can bless you. Hold on.
On the plus side, at least Uzulu knows exactly what you're doing. So.
I don't think any of us know exactly what you guys are doing, including you guys.
That's a more realistic view.
I gave you cat's grace.
Okay.
Do I get it too?
No, I'm out.
Am I rolling a perception?
Oh,
If you want,
I'm not sneaking yet.
mean-
Jesus.
you
Okay.
can watch the man who's touched by God cast a miracle if you want.
I didn't know if they were trying to sneak through yet or not. They are rolling.
Right. I'm going to wander out of earshot and eyesight of people then, and pray that I can roll a decent stealth roll for once.
Before you do all of this, maybe you want to wait till like everyone's in bed.
Nighttime? Oh, skulking around while everyone's asleep like a pedo? Yes, sure.
By the way, Art,
Perfectly
since I failed-
acceptable.
since I failed my investigation.
Actually, you should have told me that sooner, because I'm pretty sure my noble would be like, sacrificing my sleeping hours for this.
Well, it's your plot, not mine.
I know, I did think this through. Damn it.
If you have history, Arch, can you not do the investigation roll, which I failed while the time passes?
Well, you're busy for the next hour or so, the investigating.
Well, since Devo decided to not be a good servant and not convinced his master that he should do the stealth check so his master could sleep, I guess Devo can roll.
yeah. I'll do some stealthing. Let's do it.
That's investigation.
Are you doing stealth or investigation?
Investigation. V already blessed me, so.
I guess my investigation's 0. What's yours?
Minus
Probably
1.
0 as well. Just roll and hope for a good one.
I'll investigate for an hour. Nope.
Well, fuck. Maybe you can wink seductively at the Inquisitorial agent, V.
Well, I mean, me and Dev spend their time basically talking to the acolytes, and they either feel like, if they know anything, they're not talking.
Wouldn't that be a charisma check, though, rather than an investigation?
No, you're just talking to them, just like in conversation.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, come 9 o'clock or whatever, they'll head to bed. It's dark, and
I
you're
get out of
expecting-
bed and just go, it's time to work.
Yep, it's time. Is it just the two of us going on the stealth, Arch?
You're a giant black man.
Yes, but I can still.
He's a ninja,
Stealth.
it's like Naruto.
Well, he's
Yeah,
probably going to drag me down, but let's see if I can roll a decent dice roll for once. I usually can, and it can't when it actually doesn't matter. Let's see.
You do get advantage. So.
20! I am the knight.
Yep. So it's. I take it you're getting up at some point in the night.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you start sneaking out of the chambers where all the acolytes sleep, and Dev knocks something over.
I said I was going to keep my distance from big fat Negro. Just
Yeah, it's fine. You can stand in the shadows. I mean, it's dark. You've got
I can
moonlight
stand
coming
in the
through windows,
shadows.
but
and if I smile,
somebody-
no one will see my teeth.
Is this going to be a scene from Les Miserables with Black Death?
I don't know. But
Am I
What
rolling
did
to
I
get
knock
him
over?
I'll let you know if you all shut up.
I'm sorry.
Dev, you get up and knock over a pail, and one of the acolytes on the beds next to you just says, "Where are you going, brother?"
Oh God, Arch, how do we handle this?
No, what are you doing? You're the one being spoken
Arch
to.
is silent in the shadows, shaking his head.
Shit.
Oh
Actually,
my
that's
God.
it. I'm going to take a shit.
Mhm.
He just says, "Well, you've just knocked over the pail."
Are you going to shit on the pail?
Yeah, it's a chamber pot.
I'm just going to take the pail and go to the room and shit privately because I like
Why
my
would
privacy.
you do that? No one does that.
He does
I
it.
like my privacy.
No one likes their privacy in this church in the abbey. This is why you have chamber pots next to your beds.
I scream at the guy because I assume he's next to me. I scream, would you just go to bed and shut up? By the prophet.
Yeah, you can say that if you want.
Would it be like what type of role?
Dev, what are you gonna do?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, just stay in bed, Dev. Just go to bed. I got
I wanted
prayer
to go-
in the morning.
I wanted to go out though. Shit.
You rolled
Should
a
I
12 on stealth. Don't go out.
Yeah, I know. Should I clonk him on the head and put him back to bed?
Yeah, I thought that's a good idea. That'll minimize the damage done in this situation.
Arch, if we're selling out this abbey to the Inquisition anyway, it doesn't matter anymore.
You may as well
That's
just kill
true.
everyone in it, Dev.
It's like it's.
Hold on, no.
I seem to remember Dev being a few minutes ago. He might be innocent, and now he's like, "I'm going to brain this fucker with the chamber pot."
So I rolled a 20 on persuasion. I'm like, dude, it's the middle of the night. Are you really wondering where he goes? Just shut the fuck up and go to bed.
Okay, but that's not really persuading anyone to do anything. That's just you stating something, isn't it?
Well, I'm persuading him to leave Dev alone.
Well, either way, Dev's kind of been caught. So let me find out what he knows. And he just says he just shrugs and then just lays back down. But you can see the like glint from his eyes watching you, Dev.
All right. I will take a shit.
Hunker down and just rip ass the most violent, horrifying way you can.
Yep.
I mumble at brother, what's his name? Would it been so bad if he had have done it somewhere else?
Yes, rub it in.
And I'm going to say,
Devo's
listen,
over. He's
listen,
crying. He's screaming.
I think this is the most unfortunate low roll you've ever made.
You can hear the ripping sounds. Like, oh, look, God!
I look at brother acolyte, what's his name, and I just say, you did this.
This is your fault.
Once I'm done, I'm going to tell him I need to bring this pail outside right now. We cannot keep it in this area.
That's Devo. You're so bad at subterfuge. What you should have done is go like, "Well, I know you don't want me to leave, so I guess I'll just leave this here."
I will say to the brother, it's like, by the will of the prophet, if you forbid him from leaving, I swear.
On my nostrils, I will haunt you.
Look, all I'm saying at the moment is that the situation is that Dev, you were caught trying to leave. Arch hasn't been caught. So far, one of the acolytes has woken up and is aware that you're trying to sneak out, and so you've covered your tracks by taking a giant shit.
Yes.
It's up to you to interpret how you can remain surreptitious from this point onwards.
All right. I will simply take the pot. I will place it on top of the man, on his chest, and then go to bed.
Okay?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
He puts the pot on the floor next to him and then rolls over.
The beasts have stopped.
For being so very non-violent, Devo, you sure are a horrible human.
I guess I'll go back to bed. I seem to have not made it up. So.
Right, okay. Okay, after like an hour of standing in the shadows, it seems, Arch, that everyone has gone to sleep. You can make a perception roll if you want.
Probably not a terrible idea, but will my nostril somehow be affected if I make this perception roll?
They're already being affected, so
Okay. As long as it doesn't give me any debuffs due to stench or anything.
Dexterity roll.
Perception. Where the hell was this again? Manage then performance, persuasions. Then, what was it? It's not one of the skills, is it?
yeah, it is one of the skills.
Is it?
It's-
Performance. Oh, there it is. Yep. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even aware that he was taking a shit. Apparently.
Right. Well, you can't tell whether they're asleep or not, but nobody's giving you any indication that they're not asleep.
Right. Off on adventures we go.
Okay. You, I assume you're going out of the door, yes?
Yes.
Right. Well, you already know from experience that the door needs to be opened gently, or there will be loud noises.
Bah.
So you can, I suppose, make a stealth check to open the door.
Oh,
You get it.
Sargon, are you going to make me do a stealth check every step of the fucking way on
No,
this?
step of the way, but when you're going to do something that requires skill to keep something quiet, I'm going to make you do a stealth check.
But what was the first stealth check for then?
To hide in the shadows.
I wasn't. Oh. Stealth.
Yeah.
No.
Well, hang on.
I rolled the 20, and that was to hide before Devo did noises.
Okay, you open the door, and there is a... And you kind of pause, look around, and nobody seems to have moved.
Lucky. And let's continue pushing our luck.
I was going to ask
Yep,
that
you
you
can...
bothered the
Well,
as well.
I'll actually... Dun, 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 dun. Everyone's in bed. Right, and Arch, you're about here.
I'm about here. Okay.
Hmm.
Right. Now, you said that this was a private chapel.
Mhm.
Do I know if the door is locked or anything?
Which one, sorry?
The one to the top. I'll point it.
Well, you'd have to check.
Okay, I'll go up there and check if that door is locked.
Okie dokie. The door is locked.
Oh, damn it.
Don't you have a lock?
We never actually bought lockpicks. I just have proficiency with the tools. I don't think we actually bought them ever.
Doesn't V has them? That's right.
I
Yeah.
actually have some.
I
But
have
that's
them.
not very much to you right now.
Come back and I'll give them to you.
Stealth back into the room.
Oh, fuck it. Long leg of autism, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to open the door again. So
That's lovely. I'll shake V awake like V.
No. As you go back into the room, you just see my hand lifted with a lockpick in it, like I'm already expecting.
I'll whisper quietly if you ever mention this to anyone.
you can indeed get a lockpick from V. And then head back.
I've dropped them in the chamber pot.
Okay.
Arch,
Let's
take that
go.
pot out while you're going out, okay?
I ignore Dio. Dio's a bad person. He's the reason why I'm even awake.
Hold on. Our characters would supposed to know where Bishop's Stavron's chamber is because we've been there before, story-wise.
Have we? I don't think I've been in his
I don't
study.
think you have.
Didn't I bother him when he was in his studies and I was knocking like tung 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 tung?
Yeah,
You might know, but I don't think I know.
But yeah, either way, you're going to try and unlock this door, are you? Arch?
Yes.
Go ahead.
That's dexterity, is it? And proficiency? Because lockpicking tools.
Is there not a skill? I don't.
Lockpicking, is there? Intimidation, medicine, nature, performance, persuasion. That's the advantage.
I guess there's not. Let me just Let me have a look.
I think it was if you're proficient in it, you add your proficiency and you add the tools. Like the crowbar, or does it give advantage? Is that how it worked? Shit.
You get advantage from my spell, Cat's Grace.
That as well. Do I get double advantage?
Man, let's see thieves tools.
And of course, there is no lockpick in the rule book. Of course not. Why would there be?
There is. There's thieves tools, actually. Oh, fucking hell.
Pick, lock, see thieves tools. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I'm just looking for thieves tools now.
Well, the way I would do it is like this.
While you guys decide that, I have some art I can show off.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Here's character sketches.
Right, it's just a dexterity check.
Yeah. That's for the lock. A key is part of the lock. We thought like your creature of thieves tools can pick this lock with successful DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
Your DC may check if the thing, but what does the lock picking kit give me? The artisan tools.
Oh, the thieves tools.
Here's Arch. Here's me.
Proficiency with these tools lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks to disarm traps or open locks. Are you proficient with thieves tools?
I am. That was the one I picked. Tool I picked for.
Yes, you do. Dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay, I haven't set up a macro for that yet, so I'm just going to roll dex and add.
Yeah.
That's a d20. D20 plus 2. Terrible. God damn it.
Terrible. Yeah, you're unable to open the lock.
Do you want my crowbar, Arch?
No.
Stealth back, get the crowbar. Stealth over, open it up.
I could use the crowbar for 2 reasons. 1, I'm not that good at it, and 2, it's going to be pretty fucking obvious if somebody crowbarred open the door in the middle of the night.
Right,
Okay.
What do you do?
I'll give up on that, and I'll continue down the south and down the corridor we haven't explored.
Well, hold on. You have advantage. You didn't benefit from that. You.
Yeah, what was the advantage? Yes, that's right. That's a
twice,
reroll.
you get the highest number.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was 12, so it's still a fail.
Yeah, but you add your dexterity to it as well, don't you?
Do I add my dex to it too?
Yeah.
Not
The
just the
dexterity
proficiency?
check,
Okay, in that case, it's 12, 13, 14, 15.
You lucky bastard. After a great deal of fumbling and messing around in the dark, you hear a click and the door swings open.
Ah, precisely as planned.
Precisely as lucky as planned.
Okay, I'll go inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're in
Thank you for reminding me, by the way, Evie. Okay, this is like the pantry.
No, it's the study.
Study. Not the study, but a study, I guess.
Well, it's a study. But yeah, the shelves align with bookshelves, and the walls align with bookshelves. And there's a set of stairs in the bottom right corner that go down.
Do you
And now
have
time to
any
wait.
idea where those go?
Underground. So
Now's the time to wake the bishop and sick him on Arch.
Well, there might be a secret laboratory down there. There might be zombies down there which might try to eat me too, which would be unfortunate.
Well, if they are, you can just rush back up.
Well, can I just do like a quick one over of the room, see if I can see anything that stands out, like a heretical icon standing on the dinner table?
if you want,
Try finding his work.
do an investigation if you want. I mean, like from perception, you can't see anything particularly, outlandish or anything.
Okay, in that case, I'll proceed down the stairs, I think.
Yeah.
Live raw. Only live once, after all.
Okie doke. I actually haven't drawn a cellar, but it just seems to be a cellar. There are stores of food, there's barrels of wine and ale, and just various necessaries.
I Well, I guess I might as well do an investigation.
Yeah, look for things that aren't covered with dust. Something
Yes, stuff like that. Something that I might have been moved recently.
Well, a lot of stuff has been moved recently.
I'm also looking for like secret levers, shit like that. If there's a bookcase that seems strangely out of place.
What, in the cellar?
Yes. Or, fire, those, what the hell are they, sconces?
Sconce, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you tug them all and they just seem to be iron and attached to the wall.
It's rather disappointing, Sargon. Are you telling me there's not a secret dungeon somewhere?
I'm saying you can't find one.
Damn it.
Try
But no,
finding-
it just seems to be just a workman-like area, isn't it? Just somewhere where stuff is stored.
Pretty good investigation, too. So if there was something here, I'd probably find it. So I guess I'll go back up again.
Try finding the thing he writes and the book we found.
Yeah, but that's not in this study. That's the bishop study.
Oh, okay.
I asked if this was the study. So
No, it's a study.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a sort of communal room that the acolytes use.
yes. So next on, we're gonna look for the study.
Study.
Okay.
Arch, you should probably lock the door behind you so no one notices.
With the pick lock.
How the fuck would I do that?
Just close it and just be like, oh, they forgot to lock it.
Yeah, they probably did forget to lock it, didn't they? The forgetful little monkeys.
Right. Okay. Where are you going?
I'll go down and off this black area.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. We haven't been down there.
Well, it's not very much there, to be honest. There's a staircase that leads upwards.
I guess we're going to sneak up this staircase next then.
Okie doke. You're going up to the sort of second floor of the abbey. It's a lot smaller than the first floor, and I haven't made this out either because I didn't think I'd need it. But basically, it's a corridor with 2 doors leading off of it.
Okay. Since I don't know anywhere about where his study might be, do I know if any one of them in like shows leads outwards, like has a window view? Because that'd probably be the best room.
They probably both have windows.
Well, damn it. Well, let's lockpick the one on the right first then.
Okie doke. Go ahead.
You can also use the crowbar here.
13 plus 3, that's 16.
No. Oh, plus 3. Okay, yeah. No. You successfully pick that lock.
And I step inside.
Okay, you peek your head round and you see a magnificent 4-poster bed that presumably the bishop is sleeping in.
Ooh. If I just go over there and stab him right now, we could say it was an accident.
If you immobilize him, I could cast Ring of Truth and get him to talk.
That would be fucking going 15 steps too far, but I like the idea.
As long as I wear a mask.
Yes, I'm sure he won't fucking realize or anything. Oh, see, that's a fun idea, V, and I'm sorely fucking tempted, but it's also kind of ridiculous. Okay, is this like an area that would look like a study? Like, would this be where he keeps his materials?
It's clearly his private quarters.
Okay, in that case, I will very carefully tiptoe my way back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Try and pick the other door.
Go ahead.
11. That's 14. Okay, and advantage. Please don't fuck me now.
This is like critical success, actually.
Thank fuck for the advantage, V.
Yes, it really is. Yes, you managed to open this too.
I don't have a purse of gold dump out of the lock or something. No.
No, you don't. But no, this is very clearly his study. The walls are lined with books and scrolls, and there's a table, and there is a chest in the corner.
A chest. Oh my.
Not open the chest of demons.
We'll save the mimic for last.
The chest before them.
Yeah, it is always a mimic. Okay, we'll do an investigation roll first then.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been worse, I guess.
Yeah, that's not bad.
May I suggest you barricade the door?
There are lots of lots of things you don't recognize, but they sound important. You know, lots of books containing the words metaphysics and the philosophy of morality and things like this.
Bleh.
Okay, so nothing that I recognize from being taken from the tomb.
No, you can't see the book that's been taken from the tomb.
God damn it! It looks like we're gonna have to go poke the mimic.
I told you he's a good guy, Arch.
I mean, yeah, he has a secret chest. That's enough reason to condemn him.
It's not secret. It's just in a room that was locked.
Yeah, that is basically the definition of secret. All right,
Okay,
let's go pick the chest then.
Go ahead.
Somebody's going to be really suspicious that they forgot to lock all of these doors.
You're gonna come
Well, luckily they don't have forensics in medieval society, so you're fine.
No, but they do have random accusations.
They do have a random accusation.
Against snowballs, give me a break.
Yeah, true. I'm probably the best one to do this because I could just like, I'm insulted. Right. Okay, I'll just add in the 3. That's a bonus of 5 then.
Just take
First
the
roll.
full chest with you.
17.
Didn't take long. The chest just pops open, and in it there are 3 books.
Ooh.
One of them is a book that is only about a third written.
That's the thesis, I guess, then.
Yeah, and another book is something that you recognize because you went and got it from the catacombs. And the third book has a pentagram carved on the front.
Oh my Devo,
Holy
you
shit.
defended the heretic, Devo.
Get all of them.
Is it wrapped in fucking human skin or something?
It looks like leather, but you'd have to get someone who's an expert in such things to examine it.
We'll be assuming human skin then.
I assume if you get all 3 of them, because then you have his handwriting as well.
Yes. Okay, I'll do a perception just for traps, just if he's tied up a bomb to them or something. Oh, god damn it. Well, I wouldn't know even if there was one there.
You don't see any bombs.
I don't see any bombs. Goody.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm tempted to fetch Devo to pick them up.
But he's really loud.
He is. Fuck. I'll risk it. I'll take the books.
Okay. There's no trap.
Lucky. He should have death nosed this. Just fucking had like a napalm bomb in his drawer.
What do we do? Do we go to the Inquisition right now?
Well, now I sneak my subtle little ass back downstairs, and is our cart out front?
No, it's in the stables. Well, outside the stables next door.
God damn you, Devo! You didn't buy a chest, you failure!
You could have taken the chest.
You utter failure, Devo.
I should have bought it, shouldn't I?
You should have bought the chest.
I wouldn't have the key for it anyway. I would have had the key.
That's Devo. See, god damn it, Devo! You stopped my sleight of hand. You took my key away. I even asked you for the key, Devo.
Look how you've ruined his plans, Dev.
Jesus, Devo. How
We have
could
5
you?
crates full of food and clothes. Just hide them in there. Hide them real well.
Good point.
Okay, yeah. I'll go out into one of the crates of clothes, not
Right.
food.
Well, the front door's locked, and
God
you require a
fucking
large
damn it.
iron key. Your lockpick isn't going to be capable of picking this lock.
That's just
Go
unfair.
back to the bishop and take the key.
I mean, option 2 is I go up to the bishop and I introduce my rapier to his sternum while he sleeps. That way he can't accuse me of anything.
You could probably just stealth a few hills over.
The Inquisition. By the way, we found evidence of heresy and we killed the heretic as well. Then the Inquisition goes, "Oh wait, these aren't heretical. What is it? Just
Yeah, you better prove that those books are heretical first, I guess.
God damn it. What is with all of this fucking proof nonsense? This is the Dark Ages, fuck's sake.
Arch, here's what you should do. Stealth like a few hills over and just hide them under a rock.
I can't get out, Devo. That's the problem.
hold on. Okay. Question: is there a window he can jump out from?
Not on the bottom floor, no.
Okay, but
Second
Cat's
floor,
great.
right window.
My buff.
Me
Okay,
drop
hold
out of a
on.
second
My
floor
buff.
window.
The buff that I gave him, the cat's grace.
Yes, I know. I could drop out of a second floor window.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to get inside. It'd be blindingly obvious. The dude standing outside in the morning, knocking on the door, let me in.
Yeah, Arch is the one missing, and so are the books. Wow, let me try and put two and two together.
Okay, Arch, I have a plan. Here, stealth back to the sleeping quarters. I'll give you my rope. Then stealth back upstairs, tie it on, climb out, and just climb back up and come back.
That sounds like an awful lot of work. Plus, Sargon's going to make me roll to climb, and I'm going to fail.
Hold on. We've been in the church for a while now, weeks. Do we know who has the key for the main doors?
Yes, one of the acolytes. Undoubtedly, it's in the acolyte study area.
Okay.
The acolyte study area?
Fetch.
Ah. That is the place I was inside of. Okay, well, I'll go back there then and search that for a key.
Okay, go ahead.
Investigation?
Yep.
My rolls have been so good today, so this will be fine.
Yeah. You have had some good rolls, actually.
Perception, performance. God damn it, I hate this list. There you go.
That's
inside.
Inside. What the fuck? I was just testing.
Roll out of the way. Well,
there you go. See?
Oh, look, that was a wonderful roll. What a fucking coincidence!
What a coincidence!
Yes, the key is hanging on a peg.
Gasp! Success.
I guess I need to wake up as well, considering I'm the one.
You're fast asleep, V.
Yeah, but I spoke with. I gave Arch the lockpick earlier.
Yeah, but now you're asleep. Arch has been wandering around for hours.
Okay. But Arch didn't even speak with the Inquisition.
Okay.
I talked to Devo. Devo told me what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
But right, okay, Arch, what are you doing?
So I look at the massive doors. I'm probably going to make a huge squeaky sound as I open them.
Yeah, these probably aren't going to be quiet.
Is there anything I can roll to wake up?
No.
Why are you doing this?
Roll for a weak bladder or something.
What you gain? What? Why you do this?
Roll for weak bladder.
Roll for bad dream.
It'd be like the night he wouldn't sleep. He would just be heart pumping the entire time, hoping that Arch finds something.
I have the strangest dream that some heretics are trying to find heresy, but only making it themselves.
What's the plan, Arch?
How many crimes are we going to commit in order to prove this crime that someone else has committed?
If we commit crimes with the proving of the crime, they aren't crimes. They're an investigation.
Unless you don't prove them.
By the way, Arch, don't you want to wake me up, considering I have the biggest charisma?
Me up inside. No, I don't want to have Morphos brought into this, if possible. I'm just currently looking at the doors and I'm like, this isn't going to work, is it?
You can just open them and run at this point.
Yeah. That would not be obvious in the fucking slightest.
I wonder who it was. I guess maybe the only one who's missing?
I am starting to think that the plan is to get us trapped here so you can take the blame.
Well, if I get the blame, I'll start stabbing people. I mean, come on.
All stab people. The way it will go is that if the man wakes up and doesn't find his books, he will definitely not open the door until he finds the books.
Well, in that case, we'll just assume innocence. No, guilt, I mean. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot myself there for a moment. Okay, you're sleepy. So
wake me up and I will cast silence on the doors. Arch, I will cast silence on the doors.
But you're asleep.
You can't communicate this to him
moron.
for
Just
many
wake me
reasons.
up, shake me, slap me, wake the fuck up. Jesus fucking Christ, this is ridiculous.
Sargon, the sleeping man is talking in my head. What am I doing wrong?
Well, it's up to you what you do. He has got a point, though. He might be able to actually do something.
That is a good point, but he is asleep.
Oh, you never woken someone up before.
I'm a gentle soul. Okay, fine. I'll go in there and I'll kick the base of V's bed.
Okay, well, I would wake him up in a slightly more quiet way. Okay, V, you're gently awoken by Arch, who's obviously finger against lips, just.
I know what this is about, so I just walk.
I'll just give a good suck on my finger and slowly insert it into his ear. Just like.
I look at the prophet. I look at the prophet in the heaven and ask how on earth could I have fallen asleep? this particular night.
I just shake my head and go like,
But,
I don't know,
Are
V,
you
you're
going to
special.
try and sneak out as well?
Yes.
I'll sneak out first because he's going to bumble it.
I don't know how that's going to improve your situation, to be honest.
Quiet as the night, I'm going to go out and say I was wiping my ass with something.
Do I have to
Ooh,
wait
nice
for a
stealth.
bad roll? No mind.
Shush, Arch.
To wake up.
I have more dex than you. I don't even know why.
Well, you can see if you hear that, Uzlu.
What would I roll? Perception?
Backstab?
Yep. Right, V. You get to about the door, and this acolyte wakes up.
V.
It says, "Where are you going, brother?"
I say I don't feel well. I need some air.
But the abbey's locked, and the
I'm
chamber pot is here if you need to vomit.
I'm not.
That is such a beautiful. I'm feeling sick. Well, brother, go vomit over there. The compassion.
I've just rolled quite well as well.
Hold on. I ask him, brother. I just need to pray. I don't feel well, please. And I just walk off.
He says, "Brother, you know the rules. You're not allowed to leave the chambers at night."
Are there these rules?
Damn right there are these rules. Do you think they don't have stringent rules in fucking medieval monasteries, mate?
Fine. I guess I will go back to bed and wait for him to fall asleep again.
Let's hope he doesn't notice that Arch is missing, shall we?
Yes. Let's hope that.
He lays back in bed and closes his eyes.
I to wake him up again.
I'll try to wait for like an hour, then I'll try to sneak up.
At this time, fuck, I'm really tempted to just go for it because it'd be really great to hide the books outside. It's too much of a risk, isn't it? At this point, I can sneak back in, get into bed, hide them like under my clothes or something, and then
They will not
early in the morning.
Arch. They will not let us sleep if that's the case.
Yeah, we'll get up really early in the morning
Arch.
and we'll just fucking fuck off.
Arch, you know what you do? Hide it with an acolyte. Frame him.
Devo, that's cruel.
That's genius.
Well,
Did I
Arch,
wake up with that perception roll, by the way?
No, because it's lower than myself. Arch, do you want me to try and sneak one more time? Because I have really high stealth. It was lucky that he managed to find me with an 18.
No, because we're already pushing it. We are already pushing it.
Just one more time.
V, bad person.
One
V,
more.
bad person. I actually like Devo's idea because it's cruel and disgusting and horrible, and even I didn't think of it because it's just that fucking vile.
It's
We could start a fire and just.
Oh yes, that's a better plan. Start a fucking fire.
How many crimes are you going to need to cover up your crimes?
Yeah, but this fire isn't going to be traced back.
No,
At the end of this, you're going to have killed like 30 people, and you're going to find out, yeah, well, he's writing this book, and it had some bad words in it.
You know, Arch,
I mean-
I can try one more time, and if he wakes up, I'll just use command spell on him to go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that went out badly. That's a 6-second duration.
Fall asleep. Oh yeah. No, it's pushing our luck. Opening the door is probably gonna fuck up. I'm assuming it would be easier for me to roll stealth to hide it under an acolyte's bed than opening the doors.
Probably.
Yeah, but
We'll go with Devo's idea because it's one of Devo's first proper plans, and it is so disgusting it makes my asshole pucker.
Well, it wasn't
Okay.
out of character plan.
Okay. Who's? I mean, the rest of the beds have acolytes in them. I just haven't.
Well, Uzalu, are you prepared to be backstabbed again?
I've only just got into the campaign, and I'm about to be backstabbed again.
Hiding it in Uzalu's small cloths would be funny, but
to be fair, Uzalu is technically with the Inquisition, so they can't really do anything against him.
I suspect that if the bishop knows that his heretical texts have been stolen and he finds them, he's not going to go like, oh, well, he's an inquisitor, I can't do anything. I expect what he's going to do is, man,
Ursula is not
seize
an
and torture
inquisitor,
them.
he is a warrior.
Also, the texts aren't necessarily heretical, are they?
They have a pentagram. on them.
It's a pentagram. They are automatically heretical.
I must have missed that part.
Right. Well, we'll hide it under the bed of a random acolyte then.
No. Hide it under the one that caught me.
Yeah.
I know, but he's
Fuck that
probably
guy.
awake, like semi-awake at least.
No, it's been hours since then.
Okay, fine. It's poetic justice. We'll hide it under his bed.
All right, go on then, roll.
Devo, just so we're clear, if this goes wrong, you're the one to blame.
I'm asleep.
Oh, very nice.
They're like
Yeah.
placed. They're like placed underneath the bed. You know, like on the.
Well,
under,
underneath the bed, there are like folded stacks of robes and other clothes and things like that. You can slide them between like folded robes, so they're well hidden.
Yes, well, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
so can we wake up really early in the morning before like?
I assume you're going back to bed then.
Yes, while rubbing my hands in a certain manner.
What are you going to do with the key?
Oh, fuck the key. David.
I assume it's next to the books.
No, he's holding it.
God fucking damn it. I look down at the key and I go like, why? Am I holding this thing?
Well,
Place
How
it
do you
under
do
the pillow, Justin.
Is the door still open? I have to close the fucking door too, don't I?
you would have to close the door too.
Fine. Since I haven't closed the door yet, I might as well just wander back out and put it in its place.
Yep, that's fine. You can go and put the key back.
And then I'll try and sneak the door shut. I'll be inside of the room when I'm doing it, so I can excuse that I'm also vomiting or something.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hell. Did Devo empty the chamber pot? Is it still full?
It's still full.
Oh, good. I'll go fetch the chamber pot first then, and then go close the door.
Why?
Because then I'll have an excuse like I couldn't bear it. I was wanting to throw it the fuck out.
Right, okay, go on then.
16. I can roll a second one also because I do have advantage just in case
Well, yeah,
that's better.
do that now.
And it's worse. So yeah. I'll take the 16 then.
Yep. No one seems to hear you.
Okay, I'll go put the chamber pot back in Devo's bed.
Okay. But yeah, you close the door. And I assume you're returning to your own bed.
Yes, after a night well spent.
Okay. Right, okay. So I'm going to go and get another cup of tea. And I'll be back in a minute.
I'm curious if I could have bribed the guy. It's like what I'm saying. Here's 50 gold, go to bed.
50 gold.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna get away with it because he's just going to lock down the church until he finds the books.
Or we're going to try and get up early in the morning and leave.
He won't let you. He will say you're asleep.
I thought you don't know that. We'll see.
You know, he might be a little bit suspicious of the fact that this was the only night in like years that he's heard anyone moving around, and it's also the night in which he was framed. He might look to the people that were moving around.
But who's going to believe him? It's like the noble versus his word.
I mean, that is the one thing on your side. Status. You can appeal to ethos. Binary server, to be fair, he's been asleep for 90% of the episode so far, so it's not going to be as fun just yet. Where are you hiding, V?
Well, this went well, didn't it? I didn't get caught. We got the heretics.
I'm just curious if you'd have let me sneak, what roll would I have made? Let's see.
That's not quite how luck works, V.
It is true. It's annoying because I could have cast silence on the door. and then-
V would have failed. Thank God we slapped V down.
It's not about the fail, it's also the counter roll, so Sargon should have rolled more than 14, which is a 50-50 chance. No, sorry, it's not a 50-50 chance. It's a 75% chance, because 20 is max.
I am glad that this important task was entrusted to the one competent member of the party. And as such, we have results. Everything is fine.
What's your dexterity?
Better than yours, because I did everything successfully. Look at me. I am good. And will take credit for all of this. In fact, I think even the Inquisition might give me credit for finding this. Good idea. Well, Devo can have some of the credit as well, because he told me.
I'm taking all the credit.
You've been asleep. You take 0 credit.
They're not going to know that.
If anything, you take negative credit, because I'll bring the my manservant acolyte and go like, yeah, he was there too. He didn't do shit. And the warrior, oh, useless. Look at him, sleeping.
I don't really care. I told them about the heresy, and I made the. If you keep insisting that I made the accusation and it turns out to be true, I'll still give you that.
I heard that. You were about to say accusation yourself. You know you made an accusation. Don't try to row this.
That's the way I phrased it. I can still weasel my way with charisma out of it and say, no, I was just scared for my skin. I didn't accuse anyone, blah, blah, blah.
I
Hold on a
think you
second,
did
guys.
weasel.
Let me I've got some interesting Wendy art. This is the final goodbye. Yeah, check that out.
Ah, Wendy. Such a good thing that she is being burned at the moment.
Wendy is. I have some main ritualist art that I'll show as soon as Sargon gets back.
Wendy's death was a blessing to us all.
She's not dead.
You don't know that? It is entirely possible she might be allergic to torture.
This is weird, though. It's like, did people actually got locked up at night in the church?
Yes, I do believe that was actually fairly common.
So they didn't trust their own acolytes. That's interesting.
Often because the churches tended to have large quantities of gold in them. And the acolytes tended to be very, very poor because that was literally part of their vows. Would you trust large numbers of very, very poor people near lots and lots of wealth?
Yeah, I see your point. So I guess people didn't really believe in Jesus back then either.
You should never trust the poor, besides. The poor are scoundrels.
Oh, go on, Mr. Right-Winger. What should we do with the poor?
Being anti-poor isn't a right-wing argument, V. It's a establishment argument.
Oh, it's a socialist argument now, eh?
It's literally a centrist argument, V.
A centrist argument.
Yep. By getting rid of the poor, we have, and you cannot argue against this, increase the standard of living. If there was 0 poor people in the world, the standard of living would have gone up.
No, I'm not disagreeing with this at all. Though, if you get rid of the poor, there's a hole in the market and there's demand for more poor people.
Really? Is there? Is there a demand for poor people?
Yeah. Well, think about it this way, right? If it's just the 2 of us and I'm poor, if it's just the 3 of us, I'm poor, you're medium wealthy, and Devo is rich. If you get rid of me, you become the next poor person.
That's not how poverty works.
Isn't it, actually? Is it?
No, because being poor is not having enough of anything.
Okay.
Having enough of something means you're not poor, you're middle class. I mean, you might eradicate the poor and just have the middle class, but that wouldn't mean the middle class would be poor.
No, but doesn't
That's an SJW argument there, V. Oh my.
remove the poor, it means you remove also a lot of the demand from the market, which means prices will go up. Which
Yes,
means
because the poor are famous for their spending and consumer habits.
no, but it will be like the stuff they buy will go up.
I don't think
Like food, actually, like food, for instance, right?
yes,
Poor people
the
still-
poor do not consume vast quantities of food compared to the middle class. That's one of the reasons why they are poor.
It depends how many poor you have in the country, doesn't it?
See, oh, this is the problem. V is like, he's assuming I was going to kill all of the poor. V, you evil. I'm, of course, advocating to bring them up to the middle class. V, how could you? How could you be?
I think the chat. So like, I'm really curious. I'm not looking at the chat. But...
This is the argument for gas chambers for the poor. Wir müssen the poor gassen.
The outright stumped Sargon so hard. Now he hides in his basement playing D&D. Ha ha ha! Pathetic.
Yes, that is a good one though. We are hiding in the
was playing
basement.
D&D for 2 years now.
We are hiding in the basement while 1,200 people watch.
V is right. See, V could at least show remorse.
If we're gonna have to get rid of the poor and we can't just raise their income so they're not poor, if we have to do it the V solution, at the very least, we should turn them into food.
Oh, no,
you can eat poor people.
No. Listen. This is actually right. Since the poor don't have enough to save, they're spending their entire income. That's why Walmart is so hugely successful. The wages of the poor are their lifeblood.
I smell bullshit.
No, you smell
that is bullshit.
You smell being pwned.
That is some absolute first quality horse shit right there. But you know why, V? Because there is no country in the world that has more shopping centers than Norway, and Norway is one of the richest countries in the world. If anything, having more middle class and wealthy people will increase spending, not decrease it.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question, Ash. The question is, if you have a country and you kill off all the poor people, my argument is that prices go up, businesses go down. But what's not to understand? Rich people hoard their money, Ash. They don't spend. The medium class, the middle class.
Look at Norway. Look at us. We do not hoard our money.
Okay.
It doesn't work. The ultra rich may hoard their wealth. I do agree. But at that point, if you're looking at somebody like Bill Gates, he's not so much hoarding his wealth as he's earning so fucking much he literally cannot spend it.
Okay, we're talking about the medieval society, though, right? You get rid of the
No,
peasant.
I haven't been talking about medieval society. Bad V, trying to change the subject.
See, the chat is now spread. You get people like Trigger Hippie, which say that V doesn't understand how banks work, and then you get people that say, let's see, where was it? V is
I agree that V does not understand how banks work. So V off the helicopter into a gas chamber.
Look, V is correct. Poor people don't invest; they spend quickly and support local businesses.
Yeah, but that's kind of the problem, though. I mean, here's the thing: you could either have a poor person, or you could have a middle class person. Who's going to spend more money?
Obviously, the middle class, but the poor outnumbers the middle class. This is what I try to do.
No, they fucking don't. In what Western civilization country?
Right? In Norway, maybe. But if you
No.
If you go to a country like Romania, there's more poor people than there are middle class.
Well, that depends on your definition of poor, doesn't it?
Oh my fucking lord!
Not to mention, I mean, Romania is not civilized. Okay, that's not the civilized world.
Second world. Are you telling me that
that is Eastern Europe, and that is not civilization? Okay, thank you. There's a reason why we say the Western world of Western civilization. V, you took.
So you're telling me that the bourgeoisie outnumbers the poor.
Plus, you used to be a communist country like 6 days ago. You don't count, Jesus.
Arch, do you realize that Western isn't the same as Northern?
No, Northern is superior, but unfortunately, we Northerners are also incredibly humble, and therefore we don't make a big issue out of it.
Is it not possible?
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Hold on, I don't get it. So the bourgeoisie, according to you, outnumbers the poor.
Not the bourgeoisie, the middle class.
Okay, the middle class outnumbers the poor. Hey, wouldn't like an average be made, and thus like what's below the average would be considered poor, even if they're like obscenely wealthy?
No, because poor is the literal definition. What's the definition in Norway? I'll look it up.
There is a poverty line, Arch. What's above the poverty line is considered middle class, and what's below is
below. You're not going to go below the poverty line because you're middle class.
okay. And
All right, you armchair economists, I'm back.
Arch is saying that the middle class outnumbers the poor. I am telling him that's ridiculous.
Well, maybe it's conceivable, but probably not.
You know,
I'd have to see that.
here, I'll give you the actual. The world poverty line is $1.25 per day. Okay, and I'll give you here. I'll send you on Skype. Actually,
We'll deal with it afterwards.
No, because I'm right. You see all of those blue countries, V? You see all of those blue countries? In those countries, poverty is less than 2%. And you're telling me that they outnumber the middle class.
Where's this link, Arch?
1, 2, 3,
Being
4,
below the
5,
poverty line and
6.
being in the working poor, sort of the working class,
Okay,
doesn't mean you're middle class. But anyway,
hold on. 6 countries out of 100 and something.
holy fuck! Have a stream about it afterwards. I don't give a shit.
V is wrong, Sargon.
I'm
Jesus.
sure and you guys can do a stream afterwards and discuss how wrong each other is.
No. I'll take Sargon is the largest channel here, and when he says V is wrong, I just take that as gospel.
By the way,
As far as I'm concerned, you're both wrong. So
while you are gone, an alt-right person said that Sargon is hiding playing D&D in his basement while the alt-right WTF proved it.
yes, that's very accurate. Why are we broadcasting it on the internet then?
For 2 years, you were playing.
Yes, yeah. This isn't just something we have scheduled every Wednesday. So, right. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Before we come back, I'm going to show off this artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the first one is Arch and Ree's adventure talking about the situation.
I like that ritualist understands that a black person would never read the newspaper.
Ritualist, that's so racist.
Then the second one is their investigation.
I should have hid the books in whose loot bed.
Yeah, you're
All right.
So are we waking up really
Well, if you
early?
shut up, I'll tell you. Holy fuck.
No, I was trying to plan with Arch. Like, do we go to sleep or do we stay awake?
Well, I assume you've gone to sleep. Are you going to sleep or what?
Well, Arch,
Yes.
what's the plan? Do we?
Okay, well, you
We'll
wake
go
up.
to sleep and we'll try to wake up early in the
You
morning.
wake up at daybreak as usual, and the monks get up, and I assume you guys are going to get up as well.
Yes, and leave.
Well, hang
let
on,
the
hang on.
monks leave and then try.
It's not that simple, is it? Okay, so the monk in the bunk between you reaches under his bed to get his robes. Let's see what he finds.
It was a really good stealth roll, though.
Oh dear. As again, all the monks are just getting dressed, he kind of, he pulls up his robes, and from out of the robes falls the inquisitor's, the bishop's thesis.
I face slap myself. Going cut. What?
Do you want to do anything?
Yes, I think I do.
I pick it up and I say, "What's
No,
this?"
no, V, go away. I think I point at it and I look at the acolyte and go, that's the bishop's thesis. What are you doing with that? Nice and loud.
Arch, how would you know it's the bishop's thesis?
Well, Sargon just said it was. So I'm assuming it's easily,
Right, I
recognizable.
mean, it has his name on the front of it.
There you go.
So, and it's called a theory of social justice.
And it's a pentagram as well.
No, that's a different book. It's,
Okay, Arch, I take back everything I said. We're gonna brain everyone in this abbey.
the acolyte he's picked it up, and he just looks at you, eyes wide in shock, and says, "I don't know what this is. I don't know why this is here."
I look towards the acolyte as well. Brother, what have you been doing?
Yes. I'm like, oh, come to think of it, Brother V, I heard some noises during the night. Brother, could you have been sneaking out?
He just wheels around, points at Dev, and says, "He was sneaking out. I caught him. I caught him sneaking out."
I tried to do a performance. Sorry, not performance. A persuasion check to persuade the other.
No, wait. Don't, not yet, V. Not yet. Just hold that for a little bit longer. Devo, just go like incredulous, just shake your hand like, no, me big Negro, me no Levy.
I'll point to the still full chamber pot. It was obvious what I was doing.
I'll go over to the acolyte. I'll like rest a hand on his shoulder and go like, oh, this looks really bad, buddy. I mean, this looks fucking terrible. This looks horrible, but don't worry. I get it. I get it, you know?
He's pointing at Dev and he yells, "He's the thief. He's the thief," at the other acolytes who are now all gathered around and watching.
Okay, in that case, I was gonna save him, but now we're gonna have to kill him. Too bad.
Hold on, I can try to persuade them that is not the case.
Now might be the time for the persuasion check.
Yes, go ahead. I was hoping we could save his little fucking ass too if you listen to reason, but no.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so with the like fiery brand preaching is like, so you steal the book and you take the blame on another acolyte. Do you have no shame?
Oh, Jesus
wow.
Christ. Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Have you no shame, brother? Have you no shame?
He starts quaking. He's just like he's trembling. He's like, I didn't do it. You know, he's just yelling it. But everyone,
the act of a guilty person. Look upon him, brothers.
Right. Okay. So
Take him to the bishop.
No.
Hang on.
Well, okay. As long as he only has his thesis, he can go to the bishop.
Yeah, exactly.
See, we need the thesis too, though.
Can you do a sleight of hand?
I can try, but
Well, I mean, you could try. Holy shit!
yeah, I mean,
You don't want to be
V is good.
when it's demanded, right?
Yeah, V's doing.
While I'm persuading them that this guy is guilty and whatnot, I'll try to distract them so Arch, can.
Yeah, and while you're basically going take him to the bishop, we'll try and steal it.
If they see you, you can just say, "Well, I'm picking it up, obviously, to take it to the bishop or whatever."
Yeah, I guess might as fucking well. Do I still have the cat's grace thing? What's the duration on that thing?
It's an hour.
An hour, yeah.
Yeah,
Hour?
still have it.
Oh, Jesus. V, touch me secretly.
Can I do that?
Well, it's not. It's going to be difficult to do anything secretly, given how you've got like 10 guys.
Yeah, okay, so I can't. You better
Right.
good roll up.
I always do good
Just
rolls.
get devil in front of you, like.
Wait, what are you rolling for here?
Sleight of hand to try and get the book.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! All right.
While I keep them distracted.
Don't you need the bishop to see him with the book?
No. That's not necessary. No.
Okay.
Take him to the bishop.
Okay, you failed to take the book from him. So let me look up sleight of hand to see what happens now.
Oh no.
Oh, I shadow like give it here, brother. Why we must see if this truly is the bishop's book, you thief.
And great, thanks.
Well, he just picked up a book from the ground, so it's.
Hang on.
It should be easy to talk your way out of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, he catches you with a hand on it. So yeah, I guess you're gonna have to try and bullshit your way out of this, Arch. So.
No, just give him the book.
Okay. You just seem weird.
Seem weird. I'm fine with seeming weird, I guess.
Yeah, as soon as you grab it, he lets you take it off him.
Okay, now V, now you need to go bring him to the bishop.
Bring him to the bishop.
Booming voice.
Booming voice and everything.
That might be good, actually, V.
Do it.
Okay, make another persuasion check.
After the 24 one? Okay.
Yeah, they believe that he did it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Now you're trying to persuade them to do something else.
Ooh.
Jesus,
Not that it matters.
yeah, fucking.
To the bishop and the
Yeah.
heretic.
If it wasn't for the booming voice, then they probably wouldn't have done it because they actually got a good roll as well. But they do. Two of them go forward and grab his arms, and he goes without fighting them.
All right, when they leave the room, I'm going to get the rest of the books, and then me, the big black person, and suspicious inquisitor person is going to leave.
I guess I'm gonna stay.
I mean, if they're
Still
leaving,
need
you
the
should sneak
thesis
out
if we're
away.
gonna sell this guy out, right?
The bishop was in the middle of conducting the morning sermon. Well, preparing for the morning sermon.
He's gonna have a nice surprise.
How the fuck is he awake already? Okay, having the book. No, I'm not going to go out there when I have the book. I have it.
Oh, sorry. What are you all doing? Sorry.
Fuck. Where do we hide it now?
Take the two books and leave while I'll keep the bishop talking.
I'm just
sneak.
for the most part all of this. I'm just standing and observing everything.
Okay, could I possibly sneak out in the broad daylight? I mean, there is a crowd. I guess I could try. If he catches me, though, it's going to be really fucking obvious, isn't it?
Have you got the rest of the books?
Well, to be fair, there's nothing to catch you with. You're just walking out. It's like there's no reason for him to suspect anything at this point.
I don't know about that. Okay,
You're
no,
not
the rest of the book should still be under the bed since he only pulled out one.
Yes.
So, okay, we might as well fucking try, I guess. V, touch me gently, so I'll have advantage.
Yeah, I gave you the stealth advantage.
And I'll try to sneak out in this. Just walk out like I own the place, basically.
With the books.
With the books hidden under my fucking robes, yeah.
You're going to get the rest of the books, yeah?
Yes.
And I'll try to talk with the bishop while all this is happening.
Right, so the rest of you are going to go out with the crowd of the acolytes.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll just chat it up with the bishop, telling him the story while Arch walks away with either two books.
Yes, I'll take the books. I'll put them under my thing. Clothes.
Where did the thesis end up in all this?
Ooh, not
I just
bad.
took it.
Yes, I took it.
Oh, so you
Okay,
have all
so-
three books now.
Yes, that's the first roll. Okay, I'll take the 24, thank you.
Yeah, Father Stavron, there is a wolf.
I hate to say this, but you guys start explaining where about what's happened, how he apparently, had the thesis under his under his bed or whatever, whatever the story.
Under his cloak, yeah.
But Bishop Stavron notices you as you're walking off, Arch, and
Really? A
says,
fucking critical?
"I'm me." I'm just saying. I rolled what I rolled. I'll fucking screenshot you and send it you if you want.
Well, you get advantage, Arch, so you can roll twice, I guess.
No, I
For
did.
reference,
It's the first is
My
a 20.
character's not
second is a
taking
14.
part in the deception. He might be standing there, but he's just watching. He's not trying to distract Father Stavron. He's just observing.
Basically, there was no way out. The bishop rolled a perfect 20, so there's nothing.
Yeah, I'm literally going to share this with you as well, just so you know that I'm not just messing around.
Let's see.
I got a 20 and a 5.
Fucking 20.
Yeah, so I'm just saying he notices you as you're going out. But he calls you over. He says, where is my thesis? Why is it? Who's got it?
You could refuse to come, Arch, and just leave. I will try to interrupt the bishop and say, this man right here, and I point to the
The bishop wants to know where his thesis is.
Yeah, I point towards the thesis the acolyte.
Well, he can't see him holding it. The acolyte isn't exactly wearing baggy clothes, like a
Well, I
Sure.
guess I just tug the thesis out of his hand and show it to the bishop.
No, don't do that, V.
Why?
Arch has it.
Yes, I have.
No.
Okay.
Wait, Arch has the thesis?
Yes.
Okay.
We tell him it's back in the acolyte chambers, and when he goes to look, we run. We run for the door.
We could try, I guess.
You're in a fucking place full of monks.
I don't think that will work. But hold on, Arch, didn't you miss your sleight of hand?
Yeah, but he dropped it, then I picked it up.
He just let you have it when you grabbed it.
I'll try to persuade him. It's back in the room. It fell on the ground. It's probably still there.
Okay. That's a hell of a performance. Okay.
I saw it fall with my own eyes.
He says, "Okay, Arch, can you go and get it, please?"
Sargon, you're being a bit of a dick now.
You're the one right next to the door, mate. You are literally the closest one.
To be
He's
fair,
also a noble.
And you're the most trustworthy one since you're the noble.
give him the book and he will be pleased.
Yeah, but this is basically the exact opposite of what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I guess.
Fine. I'll go back in.
I'm the one who wanted to wait till the morning.
We couldn't get out, V.
Yes, we could have let me roll.
Okay, you go back into the room. What are you doing?
I
after?
love this, V. You never do anything wrong. And
Anyway.
whenever anything else goes wrong due to dice roll, if you had rolled, it would have been fine. Yes.
Look, I made 3 persuasion rolls, one after the other. Look at them.
Yes, and I rolled a 19.
That is true.
And
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
Well, no, I happen to be rolling really well.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can go in and
I
say
sent you the
something.
roll, so and it's about whether you beat the character. It's not about like whether I want you to or not. But yeah, Arch, you go back in. What are you doing now?
You can say stop here.
Yeah, no.
What does the thesis actually look like?
It's just a beige book.
Social
Well,
justice.
we'll have to try and play this. Oh, it's fucking. Now we're gonna have to steal it again. I'll stash the other 2 heretical books again under the acolyte's bed in case he orders for a further search, and I'll bring the thesis out and I'll like hand it out to him. Like, is this the one?
He takes it from you and says, "Thank you so much. Yes, this is the one." And then he turns to the acolyte and says, "Why did you steal this?" The acolyte naturally protests that he didn't, but it's not a very convincing protest. It's honestly more just puling at this point. And the acolytes, the bishop tells the acolytes to take him into the study, and he will be in shortly to pass judgment, whatever it is a bishop bloody does to an acolyte who's stealing his thesis.
Excommunicate. Excommunicate.
Oh, it's going to be. Well, he's a thief, so
He's getting a silver candelabra shoved up his ass.
yeah, it's not going to be great. There'll probably be buggery involved, but that's just because he's a priest. So he turns to you guys and says, "Well, thank you so much for catching this thief. I can't believe he was trying to steal my master thesis."
Well,
Why would anybody do such a thing?
no, I actually asked Father Stavron, Father, do you have any enemies, Your Holiness?
Does he have any-
Animes?
Enemies, yeah.
Oh, enemies.
Okay.
I just said
Your
enemy.
Holiness. Clearly, he was hired by someone.
Don't try and get no. If God damn it, just make him think the acolyte did this by himself.
Okay.
Well, does he have any anime? I think that's important.
But no, because I want to know. I want to know who I can trust if I want to fuck this guy over.
I don't think V's realized what we're saying and hearing yet.
Yeah. It sounded like you said anime V, but
No, yes. Yeah.
right. So are you guys letting V say this, or do you want to interrupt
No.
him and say something
No,
else?
no.
Not,
Chat heard it too.
not yet, but it's a good idea, but not yet. Let's talk to him a bit more first.
Yeah, I'll step in front of him and go like, yeah, no, I have no idea why anybody would steal your thesis. That's ridiculous.
But he's just like, I've worked my whole life on this. I think it's really going to change the world for the better.
You can see my fists clench as I recall social justice, and I think about Karl Marx.
Okay, as soon as
I'm
this
going to
dies
ask
down a bit,
I do have something I want to ask him.
Go on.
I'm going to ask him just rather innocently and kind of off the cuff, like I'm not really expecting a serious answer. What's it about anyway?
It's about how to bring fairness and real justice to the world.
Jesus Christ.
That
There you
sounds really interesting. Can I read it?
Fairness.
It's not finished yet, but when it's finished, I hope everyone will read it.
All right.
But he says, "Thank you again. I'll make sure you're rewarded for this." And he walks off up into the corner and up the stairs to his chambers.
Let's go, come on, Ash, come on, get the books.
Ah, yes, we're gonna have to go back and get the books and fuck off.
Yes.
And go off into the woods and read the heretical book to see if it's actually heretical.
I tried to keep all the other acolytes like gossiping, like how could anyone do such a thing? Did you know the guy? When did he join the church? Blah, blah, blah.
There is a huge amount of hubbub, but the acolytes were all furious because they think that he was going to do something to the marvelous thesis.
Yeah, that's the outrageous, absolutely outrageous. I think it's jealousy is what it is. He wanted to become the bishop.
Well, they're more worried that they don't really care about the bishop himself. They're more worried that it's the bishop's work that's going to be lost.
Yeah, how
right. So, Arch, are you getting the other 2 books?
Yes.
Right. What are you doing with them?
leaving.
Yes, leaving is a good idea.
Are we just going to run off into the forest somewhere and just read them in private?
Yes, the three of us and the 4th person is going to leave. And we're going to check into it, and then we'll induct Uzulu into the higher mysteries of book stealing.
Okay, well, there's no one stopping you from leaving, so...
Finally.
Off we go into the forest.
You can... do you want to get your stuff? I mean, you'd have to spend time sorting the horses out and the cart and whatnot.
We should probably go by cart, actually. We don't want to leave the cart there.
I'll get on the horse and go ahead. I'll ride halfway to... oh, goddammit. The nearest city. And I'll wait for the group there, and then you organize.
That's quite a bit, if I can recall. That's pretty far away.
It's not that far. It's a couple hours.
Yeah, let's just do it.
And if anybody comes asking for me why I left, I had business with the Duke. That should shut them up.
Look at Sargon roll 2018. Jesus fuck.
I know, he's a cheating bastard.
Well, but okay, so Arch, you're just grabbing your horse and riding ahead, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. What are the rest of you doing?
I assume we'll be setting the cart up to go?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're about halfway through doing it, one of the acolyte comes out and says, well, where are you going?
We have business with Baron. What's his name?
He says, you don't think this is a bit more important?
I don't want to upset the noble. I'm sorry.
Okay, you'll have to persuade him, I think.
Bitch.
Let's see how he rolls. It takes some persuading, but eventually he just signs.
I gave him my word.
He looks at you, Dev, specifically, and says, "This is just a dereliction of your duty. I can't believe you'd endanger the whole cause like this." And then just walks in.
The cause.
The cause.
But yeah, you ride off on the cart, I presume, and you catch up with Arch because he's waiting, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you going?
We should stay right here and read that book immediately.
Let's read the pentagram thingy.
Yes.
Is that wise?
I don't know. Well, give it to V because his soul is already beyond corrupted.
I don't want to. I'm just asking you. Are you guys sure you're reading it, or is this just something you would?
I mean, do we know just by looking at its heresy? I mean, is the pentagram?
It's a black bound book with a red pentagram on that glows with an unearthly light. It's up to you to decide whether that's heresy.
Okay.
I'm going to
pentagrams in this world are not like the reverse Nazi cross or something. It's a bad thing.
A pentagram is a bad thing.
Okay, then we'll just take it to the Inquisition.
With you, then.
No, hold on. I think we should read it.
Ass backwards. No.
I gave it to Devo. Here you go.
Oh. That is
Should I open this book, guys? What do you think?
I think I'm actually going to attack you if you try.
It's just a book, man. What's the
No. As somebody who fucking does 40k lore, it's not a book. It's not just a book.
Well, hold on. Would I be able to roll a religious test to know that if reading a book gets people
To do things like reading the book out loud, for example.
I won't read it out loud, but I'll just look at it read it in
I'm
my head.
thinking the book might do
hold
that
on,
for
hold
you.
on. Sargon, I rolled a 16 on religion. Would I be able to know if these books are dangerous, or is it like people can just read them and nothing happens?
It just has a sulfurous smell to it. I'm just saying.
Okay. Don't sleight of hand the book back.
He didn't anyway.
Okay, here's what we do, okay? We put the book on the ground. We stand back a little bit. I'll flip it open with my quarterstaff, and we'll hide behind a rock and see what happens.
I look at Devil with my eyes crossed. How about we let the Inquisitor open it? How about that?
I'm a noble, I'm not a heretic.
Implying
You're
that
surprisingly
you can do
proficient thief,
both.
at least.
Maybe we should get the Paladin to open it.
Well,
Well,
look,
wait a second.
as someone who came here with vague knowledge that you've been accusing people of heresy, because I'm from that camp, I assume. I'm rather taken aback that you were actually telling the truth. But it was heretical. You were right, even though you've only just learned that. But never mind. So
It's a valid observation from a paladin.
Yeah.
Well,
at this
here,
point, I think I'm pretty much the one advocating just taking the book to the local Inquisitor.
Yes, let's take the book to the
Well,
I will pull my rapier out and point it
I
at
have-
Devo.
I
That
do
is how
have an
serious
argument
we are
to make
here
here. Hold on. I mean, very clearly, the bishop wanted it for his thesis, right? He's likely opened it and read it himself for the thesis. I mean, there's no point just owning the book.
Haven't seen it yet. He could be eating children.
Devil, stop fucking with the book.
I point rapier at Devo and say, one last warning. Stop.
Stop fucking
Dev,
with
as
the
you're holding the book, it's unnaturally warm.
book. See, you upset the book now.
You angered the book, Devo.
It's like it's been on a radiator or something. It's just weirdly warm.
Should we even be touching it?
What if it has sexy succubi in it? You know, sexy succubi.
I wouldn't put money on it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I have a bottle of alchemist fire. We can burn it.
Okay.
No, you're not burning the evidence. No.
Devo,
We
not
can be the
kidding.
Inquisitors
We're going
now.
to be attacking you very, very soon. Right, at the very least.
Remember, V can stop it when you're on 0 health or
Yes.
minus
That
health.
is correct. That
So
is correct.
they could just knock you out without killing you.
All right, if you guys really don't want to open the book, we won't open the book. But I want to lodge a formal complaint with the group.
But
I
Sargon,
think we should
with
open
the
it.
16 religion, would I be able to know what this shit is?
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of heretical book.
Okay, but no more details than that.
Oh, no, none particularly. No.
I have no clue what it is.
All right,
That's
Sargon,
why I'm doing all this.
Don't worry.
You think it's the prophet's
There we
last
go.
word?
Historically, there have been heretical books, Arch. You can name a few.
This is the third book of Nagash. Thank you very much. And Devo, if you look at it strangely again, I will fucking skewer you.
But I have a question with the 19 history. Would he be able to tell what happens with people who read heretical books?
Well, often huge amounts of social upheaval.
Okay, but like they don't explode or anything. Like they don't.
There are lots of examples and lots of different things have happened. Some of them explode.
I shall select the example where the person who opens the heretical book slowly melts into a puddle of goop on the floor.
Yeah, there are a couple of those.
Okay, yeah, I take the book from. I hide it under my cloak. Let's go.
Right. We'll head off to the pension nights.
And penicillin.
Sargon, are you trying to tell us that the glorious ideology of social justice comes directly from the devil?
No. This might be an unrelated satanic tome.
Second question, why not?
Because I'm trying to remain neutral.
Oh, I see. Sargon, ever known for being neutral on social justice.
Yeah, I'm famously neutral. I just don't have an opinion whether it's good or bad.
I'm going to keep the book, but I'm not going to open it. We'll just go
Holy
along.
shit, you guys actually letting him keep it?
No, Devo.
I keep it.
Position.
You guys are gonna have to sleight of hand it because I'm holding on to it.
No. Okay,
Why is
V,
this become a
it's
plot
time to
principle
attack
now,
Devo.
Yeah, Devo, if Arch attacks you, I will attack as well.
Do you
So
guys really
civil
want to
war?
hold the cursed book? Do you guys really want to be near this
Yes,
thing?
give. I place it under my robes.
Careful, Dev. It's going to drive him power mad. You can already tell.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. Wait, hold on. You know what we do? Let's bring it to the marketplace and have somebody bless it.
You'd need to get back to the Abbey for that.
No,
No,
we're
no.
going to the penitent knife, Sargon.
We're going to the base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yep, you arrive at the sort of entry of the camp. One of the knights there says, if you want to come and make a sort of devotion to the church, then 10 gold pieces.
I step in
that?
front
Hold
of
the
him
book up.
and cut Devo, go away. Don't hold up the heretic book in front of the pension knight. Jesus.
Are you holding up? Are you actually holding up the book?
No.
Devo, we should have killed him on the road.
Okay, listen. If you want to get in here without 10 gold pieces, this is the best way to do it.
No,
We
Devo.
have heresy. It's here to be cleansed.
Sit.
It's
Now
either we get cut down by people who see us holding a devil book, or we pay 10 gold.
Actually,
Those are
wait,
our
Uzlu, you can probably get us in there because you're with these guys. Just say no, we're coming in because you're hanging out.
Uzulu is a mercenary.
Goodness gracious.
Oh.
Just back off and let the noble handle this. Goodness
He's not an
gracious.
inquisitor.
I'll step up in front of the dude and like very excitedly and hastily. My good man, this is urgent. Let us in immediately. My manservant has discovered a heretical tomb at the Abbey. We are on the mission from the Inquisitor to discover this evidence, and we must get in now. The bishop's men might already be in pursuit.
Make a persuasion check. That was very persuasive. I'd let you in, but let's see.
Oh god damn it! You know my dice roll, Sargon.
Can I make a
That's
persuasion
horrifically
roll
good.
as well?
Oh yeah, definitely, mate.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, his eyes bulge at the mention of fucking heresy. His hand just instantly flings to his sword, and he's just like, "Follow me," and just marches. Takes you to the Inquisitor. I'm actually moving on map.
Okay. Well, normally I would. I'm torn between marching in front all regally or just being right behind Devo with a dagger to his spine.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he brings you to the tent. The Inquisitor is talking to someone who doesn't look like they're part of the Inquisition, but looks like they're there unwillingly. And he turns to you and says, "What can I do for you?"
Your Holiness, this is most urgent. You talked to my servant here, I'll point to V. You gave him a mission, and he has fulfilled that mission in the best manners, the speediest manner. We have uncovered the bishop's treachery. Then I just made V forward.
Okay. Right. Let's, the Inquisitor is not taken aback by the book, but the knight in the room is, and the other person shrieks. The Inquisitor dismisses them by just flicking his fingers, and they flee out of the room past you as quickly as they can. The knight is just literally just like cringing back with his hand on his weapon. The Inquisitor says, "And how do I know that this came from the bishop?"
Well, V, would you like to take it from here? You've got the charisma.
You have the word of the noble, and all of us were witnesses.
Sargon, is this the guy that hired my character?
The man you hired also knows.
Well, hold
that
on,
the man
V.
you hired to watch
hold
over
on,
the-
V.
Go ahead.
Is this the guy that hired my character?
He's not the guy that hired you, but he is your overseer.
He
have
would
the
know
word-
then.
Well, okay.
Oh,
I mean,
hold on.
yeah. I mean, you've got an insignia that says that you work for the Inquisition. So.
I will
Okay,
say.
well then I'll offer that as evidence because I did see it happen. My character would be motivated to take down heresy, so no reason not to offer that as further proof of just my claim, but could be enough.
The word of a
Right.
noble.
V,
word
do
of
you
an-
want to make your argument on top of that?
Yeah, I will say you have the word of a noble, you have the word of an acolyte, you have the word of the man you hired in order to look over me.
Okay, roll.
Pushes it, we'll say that Devo found it.
Hold on, wrong roll.
That was a wrong roll. It wasn't so good, was it?
Mm.
Why don't we give him advantage considering all the extra claims?
Well, it depends on what he gets. But hang on.
God damn it. We forgot,
Okay,
V. You should have done that touch yourself and be all glowy and special thing.
I'm going to send you. I'm sending you these rolls just so you can see I'm not making.
No, I
shit up.
believe you.
Right? Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, right? Because like I want just to be verified on this. You know, I'm not fucking right. So yeah, V. He's reaches forward and he takes the book out of Dev's hands, and sorry, let me just say.
Oh, he failed. Critical fail.
Well, not critical fail, but he failed.
Okay.
Right, yeah. So he says, this is very interesting. Why do you think he had it?
I can't speculate.
I refuse to speculate in heresy, my lord.
Well, can't we convince him by showing him the thesis?
You don't have
No,
the
we don't have.
That's the one we don't have.
Oh, that's right.
There was
The two
also
books we had.
there was also another book he was writing.
Yeah, there's a third book.
However,
Yeah.
we did not manage to take it out. One of the acolytes found it.
Ooh.
Is that true, V? So I think our
Yeah, well, his thesis wasn't it found by the acolyte as he
It's
got
a
out?
half truth. It was found by the acolyte afterwards.
No, I tell him the whole story. I'm not lying.
So you've got three. Well, you have two books, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have two books, and the third one, I tell him the whole tale.
Okay. He takes the third book from you, and he says again, "Was there any? What else did you find? Are you going to tell him about the thesis?
Yes,
Or what are you going
and social justice, and the fact that religious is an opium for the masses, and blah.
to start adding stuff onto it? Look, he's
Okay,
basically
fuck it.
Karl
We'll-
Marx, mate. Fucking get
We'll
it.
tell him the whole thing. I'll even go once my manservant here informed me of his suspicion, I put two and two together. After that barbarian Wendy, that disgusting trollop, that deviant, that horrible monstrosity. I continue like that for about 5 minutes. I was starting to doubt the bishop myself, and when my manservant brought this to my attention, at risk of overstepping my bounds, I infiltrated the mad, evil bishop's study and discovered the 3 books.
Okay. He takes the books from you and says, "You've done a great service in uncovering this heresy. It will be observed. You may leave now."
I inquired, but what about my future Inquisitor? Sure.
You said you may leave now.
Yes, I'll slap the manservant. Psst.
So we go back to the heretical abbey. Jesus.
Why
God,
would
no.
you go back there?
I don't think they'll welcome us, V. It's time we found another place to sleep, I'm afraid.
It's time you started paying for your own way.
But yeah, I suggest we end it there because that's a nice high point, and we needed
that
some
is.
time to.
But you gain 500 experience for this.
Ooh.
Does my sneak rolls gain me extra massa? Yes, no. No.
That should put us at 2381.
I don't know what the level up thing, but it is, by the way. I really should learn it.
Well, do they even know where the ones who gave the books? I mean,
Let's say it like this, V. If you want to go back, you are welcome to do so.
that is true.
I honestly think we should go back at night and get that thesis then, if this is the route we're taking.
I think they will search the place now. They will find the thesis. I will probably return to the Inquisition, like asking for a yab. Massa, I'm homeless after uncovering the heresy. Give me a job.
Might work.
Give me a job.
Right. Okay. Well, if you guys, it's 2,700 that you level up on. So
Yeah.
you aren't leveling up yet. But right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it. So we'll speak to you guys next week.